ZeldaSpeedRuns Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU Weekly Race. Today I am joined in the commentary booth with Ponsari. How are you doing today?
Heyo, doing great. A bit hot. I chose to turn off the fan that I required to sustain myself. I'm not sure I'll make it through the entire race, but I'll try to hold on.
And then as our trackers today, we have No Pen Name Girl, Milkweed, Waylon, and Lava Plume. And so, yeah, should be a good race today. On racing, we have Bro Tinderdose, SDG Sean, Chuckles 501, and Hollow Logic.
In commentary, racing, tracking, everywhere we have people from all over and all kinds of experience levels and skill levels.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good
This
mix.
is actually going to be my first time commentating, so that'll be fun.
Excited or nervous?
Yeah. Nervous a little bit, but first time restreaming, first time commentating, so
the nervous part never goes away quite fully. Just get used to it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I myself have only been doing this for a couple of months, and it's something I recommend everyone to look into. It's really a lot of fun. It's seriously worth it. But looking at the race, we have a water medallion start, which is always nice. It's one of the 3 medallions that give us burning cack. And we start from the adult side, which means perhaps we'll get more divergence, because once you're a child, you either have a lot of stuff to do depending on your spawn, or you kind of just want to go adult. Adult side, you kind of have more options depending on where you spawn. So we'll see what each of the runners chooses to prioritize.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see how much they diverge, or if they, stay pretty similar.
I'm terrible at these predictions. I can say, game, we need we need to find the Megaton Hammer now, and the Megaton Hammer immediately shows up. But if I say that the runners are definitely going to diverge, that's when you're guaranteeing that they're going to be side to side doing exactly the same thing for the next half an hour. So I think it's best if we just watch instead of trying to make any kind of predictions. At least I'm better off that way.
Fair enough.
I like the amount of frogs and green and wood in the settings string. The what are these called?
I'm not sure. The pictures up at the top. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, it looks like the cropping on the one. Oh, it got fixed. Okay.
Very, very child link nitty checksum is what I call it.
Yeah. Maybe that means we have to do Frogs 2 today, which will be interesting.
Frogs 2, my favorite check in the game. You're speaking my language.
Okay. Well, looks like they're waiting on a few more people to ready up, but it should be not too much longer before we get started.
Yep. Gives us more time to enjoy the music, be prepared about how familiar are you with each of these runners? I know a couple of them. I'm less familiar with the other two.
I mean, their names sound familiar. I'm sure I've seen them maybe in qualifiers or something like that, but I don't know any of them particularly. But
I think I've definitely commented for Bro. I think I've commented for HoloLogic before. The other two, I think I'm kind of familiar with Chuckles. I don't think I've ever seen Sean, so I seriously don't know what to expect.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do, how well they do. They're all rated, very similarly, so that'll be interesting.
The chat is asking the right questions. Where we dropping, boys? That's the thing that determines how fun of a start we have. I'm a fan of like a Gerudo Fortress spawn.
Yeah.
Particularly as adults.
I like the weird ones, like, you know, Lake Hylia or something like that. You know, just something that's out of the way. Or, you know, I'm also a bit of a sadist, so them dropping in you know, right next to a warp point would be interesting too, because then their spawn is kind of useless at that point.
I mean, yeah, probably the worst possible spawn is like exiting the outside Canon's Castle ferry.
Yeah.
That's kind of like vanilla but worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I all I want is I think in the last few races that I commentated, they've all started with the most boring, the most vanilla. Well, it's not vanilla. Kakariko spawn. Please, no Kakariko spawn, no graveyard spawn. At least go to Goron City or something. Just stay away from the sandbox spawn. Like stay away from giving them all of the easy checks immediately next to them, because I don't know. I want some spice.
Vanilla Spawn would be an interesting one too, pen name. Or no pen name, whatever you want to be called.
That's confusing me a bit, because we have Vorik's cousin, whom I want to call Vorik, but clearly they're indicating that they're not Vorik, they're their cousin. So
Yeah.
it's confusing. But it seems that we have 30 seconds left to go. We're about to start.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think our first warp song is going to be? I'm looking at.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at an early Nocturne. I think it's coming.
That'd be nice, or, you know, good warp songs are always the ones that lead to other songs. So
I got my
like
wish.
we're getting started.
I guess I said at least go to the Goron area.
Oh,
it kind of counts.
Yeah. Means we're getting a lot of tech checks.
Rufio's giving up some sticks. Okay, I mean, you don't say no to that.
Okay.
Just a hard piece.
Yeah, sticks, hearts, nothing too impressive to start off.
I missed the hint 4 times. Something was there, but I missed it 4 times.
Someone's saying boulders, hammer rocks are dead.
Oh. I was thinking, what? Boulders in graveyard?
Yeah.
Gerudo Valley. Okay. Okay, and Serenade is the first song. So that's useful, particularly. Well, yeah, with this adult spawn, Hylia is far away, and if you go child, it's a quick way back to adult. So I think it's probably the strongest warp song they could get at this point with this spawn. And you giving us nothing. Nothing on the cow. Let's see if Dampe is more generous.
Okay.
Are we getting trolled? Did we get spawned in like the best, most densest location ever, and it's completely foolish? Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be amazing if this place was foolish. All the checks that you have in this area.
The vanilla Hylian shield is just a bloopy.
Yeah.
And we're making use of Sun's song. We got it from the start, so we're getting that one check. I think it's just a bloopy on the TARDIS. Wow.
And a small chest in Sunsong Grave.
It's that's just a bloopy. Or not only was everything foolish, everything was there was a piece of heart in all of Kakariko.
That's the best thing that we've gotten so far was a piece of art.
Honestly, I think 30 rupees are worth more than a piece of art.
Fair enough.
It's probably a good thing that we came here very early, because otherwise then we would have gotten like a bunch of ammo refills and then literally nothing. At least we got some
Yeah.
money out of this. Oh, true, we got 20 sticks. That's a big deal. That matters somewhat.
Oh, was that a stick upgrade? That wasn't just a
Yeah,
good
Rufio
refund?
gave us extra
Oh, I
sticks.
guess as an adult you can't.
Oh, the Chupak.
Bomb shoes? Yeah,
Dampe.
that's always good.
Logically, it's still barren, but it's a good thing that we beat the 1 minute timer.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on the size of that Chupak, and even then, you probably just go waste those shoes on the best dungeon in the game, which is Dodongo's Cavern. At least the
With
most powerful dungeon in the
supposedly,
game,
yeah, the hardest boss.
with the hardest boss.
Yeah, those shoes should do extremely well for them to, get them kicking off. And let's see, it looks like Bro
I
Tinder might
think
be heading to Dodongo.
I think in all my years of playing this game, the only time I've lost
Oh, going
HP
for the grotto.
to King Dodongo is by stepping on the lava.
I think that's the same with maybe when I was a kid, like, young, I
I
might
don't
have
even think.
struggled with him, but
Oh,
oh, there's
there is
something.
something. Tempak is pretty good, and well,
And Tunic.
the most worthless permanent item in the game probably.
Yeah, I mean it's helpful in the water temple, but I think that the fire tunic is better.
Logic likes it. I'm not sure how actually useful it is.
It doesn't look like we're getting a DC right away from Bro Tender. He's heading out to Hyrule Field. So we're getting our first divergence, which is interesting.
Sean picking the uh, GMT chest,
Mm-hmm.
which every player does the same thing. I don't know if it's like Navi happens to become to ask to talk to you right then if you do it perfectly or what, but I see it all the time that players will roll
Navi
once
person.
and see up and talk to Navi the first time instead of talking to Navi on the way or something. It's I'll have to look into it someday.
Yeah.
But it happens all the time. No, see, HoloLogic has Navi available. He'll roll, talk to Navi. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
DMC to Baronade.
He shot me up. DMC is path to Barinade?
Twinrova.
To Unruba. What?
Is it
Kukos is
Baronade or
dead.
is it both
Frogs.
Twinrova and Baronade or
Frogs 2 is dead. Kukos are dead. Song of Storms in. Okay, Fire Temple is foolish, and Song of Storm in Burning Cock. Which is somewhat concerning. Storms is a powerful song. DMC is path to Roba. Okay.
oh,
That's.
DMC is double path, both Baronade and Rova.
Okay. Where was the
So
hint for Baronade?
I think Baronade was in the maze.
No, that's Roba. We just.
Oh, is that the Rova one?
Yep.
The DMC hint with a song on.
Boulder. Okay.
Oh, Boulder. Okay.
That makes sense. Will we see the hint inside of DC? Or is the Chew more valuable? Bro choosing to just go back to child. Okay, we're scamming the Chew. Fire Temple Foolish, repeat. Okay.
Fire
Do we
Temple is
get?
foolish.
Did we see the medallions? And bro, who became child. Must have been so.
Yeah, it looks like he did go through and check them. Looks
Oh,
like we've got Dodongo, Jabu, Fire, Water, and Spirit, with Deku, Forest, and Shadow all being Stone. Stone Shadow is an interesting one. You'll almost inevitably see that one come up.
Stone Shadow finds a way.
Yeah.
And Fire Temple, which is foolish, is neither a stone nor the light medallion, so annoying as always. Oh, that's a really good reward. That's our first strength upgrade on the child shooting game.
Yeah. There we
It's a good
go.
thing we
That'll be
don't have.
helpful.
Our top runners will probably only get that 2 hours into the race. It seems that's the meta right now for some reason. It's a mini game that everyone seems to be skipping lately.
Deku Treatamorpha.
Okay, that's interesting.
There's another DMC to Twinrova.
Very nice choose struts for the
Oh, here's a big chest.
stairs.
What we got? Bomb bags.
Bombs. Logic was running low on bombs, so on choose only had 3 left, so very much welcome. And another heart piece. Everyone's still at 3 hearts. I love the bot strats for the Skulltula from Chuckles. Nice, very nice. And of course, it's the 20 rupee bot. So you kill 12 birds in one stone. Now he has enough rupees to get that Hylian shield. Which would be great so that he can chew drop much faster inside the dungeon, but he'll have to wait. The Kukusian troll brought in the dose too much, and the reward is Greg! I mean, I think that's a fair reward for finding 3 Kukos.
Yeah, Greg popping up at early is a nice one, just because then you're not worried. You're trying to find your last item, and all of a sudden Greg pops up and ticks you off.
Right. We do have a blue fire bottle inside of DC. Now, logically, you can dump that blue fire bottle anywhere, so it means nothing. But you can take advantage of the fact that you do have it and use it on Kinsora, and maybe that's a way to skip an entire dungeon in the Ice Cavern.
Yeah, it could also mean a Paradox letter.
Farrer's win is 50 skulls, so we're not getting FW this run.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that. That'll be...
That sucks. That was barely on time. The chew not drop. And Sean is saves coming a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure how much.
Just a
Probably
loopy in the back of Shadow.
The back of Shadow.
Or, sorry, not the back of Shadow, back of a Silo. Sorry, misspoke.
Jeez.
It's early for me.
I thought I missed like an entire dungeon somehow. Is someone gonna buy the Highland Shield? Especially those who are still relying on shoes to.
Yeah, Highland Shield.
Apparently, Chuckles doesn't have the time.
Getting a valley check real quick.
Apparently, we just saw the child spawn, and it's right next to Gerudo Valley, which is nice. This is a very isolated area. Everywhere that's useful as child, you can just warp to once you have enough warp zones. So it's a couple of minutes safe if you ever plan on doing this, or a waste of time if this is completely barren. But Etheris Cause is dead. I mean, I say it's only quite good because we already have Serenade, so it's not super out of the way, but it's still a couple of minutes of walking that you save.
Yeah. And I do apologize on the paths. I'm kind of running behind on getting them all figured out. So just, do you remember what Deku was? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Deku
Deku
was
to what?
path to Morpha,
To Morpha.
I'm pretty sure. I'm really bad at taking notes, but I have a semi-decent memory, so I trust my memory more than I trust my note taking. And I decided at some point I'm just not gonna take notes. It's
Yeah.
I make myself worse at both things.
2 out of
La
5
Rivière.
means.
Let's see if there's something here. Apparently not
Looks like,
so far.
yeah.
A small key in a giant
Oh, hook
pot.
shot. Chuckle's
Oh,
got the hook
where?
shot.
In DMC.
In
Well,
the
that's
grotto,
that's
yeah.
that's one of the paths.
Yeah, that's got to be a path. Most likely the Baronade path. I guess it could be the Rova path too. I mean,
It's probably both. Hookshot
yeah,
is a really powerful
it'll help for
item.
both, but watch both the hook shots being DMC. That'd be funny.
I mean, that would make sense.
And we've
Although
got
it's
Epona's song in the mountain.
although if both hookshots are in DMC, then longshot is path for both dungeons, which is weird. So far, we're a bit dry on songs, although we haven't really checked that many. Chuckles is here in probably gonna get both Minue and Bolero fairly soon.
Yeah,
DMC is
Chuckle's
past
got the
Robo.
Bolero check, and that was Epona's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Chuckle's picking up his bombs.
So that's probably both of the paths, Eponas and Hookshot.
Yeah, I guess Epona's would be a twin Rova one, so yeah, that might be it.
We're only missing one check in DMC, and that's the Crater Ferry. And we have two major items if we count Epona Song. So
Yeah.
unless we're
Yeah, that
getting
makes
Giga
sense.
Trolled, unless we're getting Super Trolled, it's those two.
How much easier as a tracker? You only got to pay attention to one person. I'm trying to pay attention to everybody as a commentator.
I mean, not everyone is doing much. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of repeat actions, a lot of backtracking. So we've already seen most of the Dongon's cavern. So Logic is now in the only really interesting part of the dungeon. Maybe don't pay much attention to him prior to that, and then change your focus. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to be very good at Mido skip, and I've gotten worse with time. I need to
You know,
relearn the trick for some reason.
I am not a racer by any means whatsoever. I cannot do any of the skips. When I play Randomizer, I just go through the logical progression.
I mean, Rufio, at least?
I can do Rufio. That one's not hard.
There you go. See? There's something that you can do.
But I can only do it by climbing the tower and doing the side hop off the tower. I can't do the, jump up to the roof.
I mean, it's hard to miss. You kind of press forward and it happens.
Every
It's
single
like
time
it was designed. It's like it was designed to work every time.
every single time I've done it, I end up just either running straight into the wall or just jumping off the edge and not actually hitting this roof.
I mean, fair enough. I see a lot of Skulltula collecting in this group
Yeah,
of runners.
I
Particularly
wonder if
for the
some of
hints we
them are.
already have.
Yeah, I wonder if some of them planning on getting going for that 50,
We
but
have bombs, we have a hookshot, we have a strength. Like we have a bunch of items to. We have plenty of stuff to do, and it's likely that we don't need any more than 20 skulls if we need 20. So I'm surprised at the priority that we're giving Skulltulas this race overall. Although Sean just got his first Skulltula, maybe I spoke too soon.
I guess everybody is
And
40 dead.
40 is officially dead, so yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe it's just a rush to 20. Hope that something's on 10 and 20.
Is Chuckles gonna do Forest Temple without Hylian Shield? That doesn't
Might
sound
be.
fun.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
sound fun at all, but
only the
eh,
first area, only the
go and get the
the
Song of Time though. That's a good song to have. Opens up a couple checks.
is it Kokiri Forest is Path to Bongo Bongo? Was it?
I do not remember that
Oh,
one.
to King Dodongo. Oh,
Oh,
so the bomb bag
yeah, Bomb
um,
Bag.
from Mido's house is locks the other bomb bags. Okay, no, that's some info. It's not good info, but it's some info. Brought in the those becoming friends with the enemy. And getting some hover boots for it. You have to deal with the devil this seed. Well, not necessarily. We don't know what Shadow holds. And that's more nuts. That's kind of vanilla. That's usually more sticks, I think.
Yeah, that would be how Skull Kid hovers in MM. He just had the hover boots the whole time.
And if you want to see some hardcore action, high octane gameplay, look at Bread in the Dose right now. We're getting some Ocarina minigame.
Yeah, Ocarina. We did get Sarias off of Malin, so that, points towards Dancing Dad if they're ever in that area.
I mean, we got the horror boots out of it, so that's
Oh,
allowed
yeah.
for Saria's song.
Oh,
There's
yeah, I
usually
completely forgot
literally
about that
nothing.
check. I don't know why, that check escaped me. I always think Dancing Dad with Sarias.
There's 3 checks: Dancing Dad, Skull Kid, and Frogs 2, which is hinted at. So
Yeah.
one is
Maybe
pretty
money
good.
if you want money off frogs, but...
Sure. The good is Path to Morpha, Gang.
Yeah, on Child Sacred Forest Meadow, that, I mean, might be helpful. Get quite a
Uh,
few checks out of ZL.
did we check the song from Child SFM?
I don't think we've gone to Child SFM yet. I think that's where he's going now.
Okay. Oh, that's maximum sticks. I didn't see it earlier. So Rufio and Kindodongo both give us extra sticks.
Yeah, that way they have all the sticks they could ever need. No running out of sticks until you find the Kakiri sword.
I mean, you'd have to try to run out of sticks if you have 30. And Chaco's about to get the only good thing in the entirety of Kakariko.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Only
and
thing that can
logic
make that
is
better is if there's anything. Kakariko better is if there's anything on the skulls, the 10 and 20.
logic needs to be careful when losing the Chu game because he only has half a heart left. But he's about to get a strength upgrade out of it, so out of this minigame.
Yeah.
I missed the
Early strength is
song.
always nice.
What is the song in SFM?
Big Pose is Bomb Shoes 20 piece. And
It was ZL.
Yeah, it was ZL and Sacred Forest Meadow, so.
Well, that opens up quite a few things.
Good guess.
As usual.
I mean, educated guess.
It's one of those songs that when you play the game casually, you think it does basically nothing, but in random we find the true potential of ZL.
Oh, yeah. I think I missed a foolish location. Is there an extra one? Big Goron.
Well, that's not a foolish location, but sure.
Oh, yeah, that's not a foolish. That was just... Oh, Zora's River.
You're about to get your wish. You're gonna see that dance.
Dancing Dad. Let's see what he's got for us.
I mean, it's still one item locked behind Zarias. That's pretty good.
I don't know how much we're allowed to say with spoilers and everything. It was just the other day, but Dancing Dad was a feature on the Freaky Friday. They had the Father's Day Freaky Friday stuff, so...
Oh, right. Well,
yeah,
that's not
all the
spoilers.
dads. Well, no, that one
the...
wasn't, but I'm talking like if we're allowed to say anything else about it. Yes, that was a Plando. Yeah, the Father's Day Plando. It was a fun one. It was an interesting one, definitely.
So many checks, so few rewards. Nothing on the pot in Goron City. Nothing on Dancing Dad, and if Rolling Goron has nothing, then Child Goron City is completely barren.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
A lot of heavy check places not yielding that much.
Nothing. Oh, that Child Goron City is not.
It's not a super
those.
heavy check, but I mean, I mean, it's better than OGC or whatever, you know.
Ah, Chuckles got the shot right when the ruby went away, so he's gonna have to do the minigame again. At least he got it for free. Barely.
I am awful
there we go.
at the minigame, so... Ooh, just barely got that one.
Honestly, child shooting minigame is harder than adult shooting because of the seeds have a much worse hitbox.
Yeah.
Than the arrows.
I'm just, when it comes to the shooting games, even the horseback archery, I'm just awful at them. I cannot get them. I've tried and tried, and I usually end up using a save state to keep reloading that same spot so that I can finally get it.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
In
whoa.
races, I don't do races, so it doesn't matter. And I'm learning. Once I learn, we'll be better.
Well, fair enough. At least you're trying.
Yeah. That sun song's extremely useful for, getting those night checks. Get to
Yeah, the
see what
sooner you
Richard
get,
has.
the sooner you get Samsung, the more powerful that it is. And
Yeah.
apparently Richard didn't like Link that much. We got another friend. So we have to leave and come back. That's cultural number 2. I mean, this really doesn't look like a skull seed, so it's really not a big deal. Where is Sean going? Well, with this pawn, I guess this is the fastest way to the market for Kakariko. Sean needs more songs, man.
Yeah.
Maybe Serenading to Owl is actually faster.
Yeah, that actually would be a little bit faster.
This is a long walk. Long.
There haven't been too many in the way of warp songs, which is interesting.
Does Holologic pick up the heart piece? Nah.
No.
He's competing
Yeah, it
with
doesn't
Bro.
look like Sean's gotten the bomb bag yet.
Holologic was competing with Bro over who can stay at half a heart the longest, and he just won. Bro recovered 1 heart. So.
That is the one thing that they've been saying ever since Season 5's rule set started and everything was, those low heart runs are big in Season 5.
I mean, I like it. OoT is not the hardest game.
No, it's really not.
So, giving a realistic chance of dying is probably a good thing.
The only thing it really struggles with, Stone of Agony in the waterfall. The only thing that it, makes difficult is, the, trying
Heat
to deal
timers?
with, the heat timers fighting, a Volve without a tunic.
Wait, 3 out of 5 memes? What I miss? Oh, there's
Stone of
another bomb
Agony
back.
and Stone of Agony and the waterfall.
No, I just saw that one, but what's the second? We got Greg, Ton of Agony, and what else?
And Nehru's was in
Oh,
the river.
I missed that completely. Speaking of Greg, Chagos is about to get Greg himself. So
Also fairy bomb bag. So
okay,
so there's a bomb
there
bag,
is a
which we knew from the hint.
Dumpy just gave Sean a scale, which so far means very little, but that's an interesting thing to note.
Yeah, scale's useful. Get you a few shortcuts. Get you this check that Holologic's over by. If there was anything there.
I mean, there is a bomb bag in Kokiri Forest, and bomb bag alone is enough to beat DC. So since Kokiri Forest is hinted path to DC, that bomb bag has to be the path. However, we got a bomb bag in what ferry? What was it?
It was
I'm assuming
Castle
Ferry. Right,
Yeah.
so that's bomb locked. Okay, that makes sense. So every other bomb bag has to be bomb locked. 100%. Bro, I think, was one of the first to go back to child, and he's done with it. He's
Yep, already
decided to
running
go
back
back
to
adult.
adult.
It makes sense. I mean, we got a few songs out of it, and I don't think you're gonna get much more than that. So, oh, Sean doing the setup for the eyes. Is it gonna work? That's one eye. That's two eye. Very,
There
very
you
good.
go.
And it
Saves a
looks
little bit
really
of time.
that's a setup that I'm going to learn. It looks really simple.
Yeah.
I've seen like 17 different variations of that setup, of the two strats, and I think that's the simplest one I've ever seen. It was just literally two backflips and three front rolls.
Yeah, that is a pretty simple one. I've you don't I mean honestly you don't see it too much because a lot of people still, you have to take that run around anyways, but
Yeah, you have to start on the left side. You have to go up a ladder or make the timer that make the cycle to climb on the left platform. So it's probably not the optimal fastest strat, but reliability is also a factor when choosing your strats.
yeah.
And that looked very, very consistent. Because you don't have to wait on a certain number of uh, blips, a certain number of red flashes from the chew.
Yeah, Child DC is an interesting one. You don't see it very often. Definitely feels like you're back in 1998. And
Oh, right. So that setup probably only works as child. That's why you never see it. That makes sense.
yeah, and
Uh,
Pepperoni, yeah, that room, the only time you ever see it in season 5 is someone struggling for skulls.
for some reason, my brain didn't even register that it was child side. Like, I've been watching this for so long that I don't consider child DC a possibility.
Child DC, who does that?
Apparently, Sean. We've already seen the bag
Nothing
of
wrong
like
with it.
things. I don't think there was. I think there was
No, I
nothing
think it was a couple
useful.
like dead locations mostly, but like
Yeah.
Big Goron was dead. Oh, I guess
Kill the
it's not
Dongo.
uncommon for Sean to do Child DC. Apparently, Sean
Kill
does
the
that quite
Dongo
often.
takes so long to attack. You can just do whatever and win. It's so bad. You don't even have to backwalk to kill him with the bomb flowers. You just walk to him.
Yeah.
Not even at like a brisk pace. You just walk and you make it safely. It's. I mean, I guess it's a tutorial dungeon, but Goma is a proper boss.
Yeah. Honestly, the best, like, in one of the most difficult, in my opinion, like, just in, like, how it's different from the rest of the enemies in OOT is, like, the Iron Knuckles, because they're such a different kind of style of fight. Everything else is you wait for the opening. The Iron Knuckles is you just attack.
I mean, that's how we deal with it. Technically, it's probably the most wait for the opening kind of enemy in the game because it deals 4 hearts, which nothing else comes close to doing. And so you have to bait an attack, wait for the attack to finish, and then go in and attack. That's how the game expects you to deal with them, I think.
Yeah.
It's just that we're too good at the game. We know too much. So we just crouch in front of them and stab them to death.
Yeah, I mean, that opponent path, that'll definitely be something. So, yeah, I'm thinking
We
Next
still
time one
don't
of these
know.
guys goes, yeah, we don't know for a fact that it is path.
No. We don't know which one is path to which. Technically don't know if both of them are path. You're right. One of them at least is path, but we
Yeah,
don't know
one of them
which
has
one
to
is
be path.
path to which dungeon, and that's confusing. There's a lot of info that we're missing still. We haven't really gotten anything out of hookshot or Eponas, so
And if I missed any of the paths or anything like that, let me know, because I'm trying to keep track of multiple things at once, so I'm probably going to miss a few things.
there's only one path left. If those are the only four, is there another one? I don't think so.
Holologic picking up Lullaby.
Look very happy to do so.
Yeah, the Kakiri path was a bomb bag.
Yeah, that one we know for sure because there is a bomb bag, and bomb bag alone gives you Kindodongo. So if the bomb bag is hinted, that's the path, 100%.
Yeah.
Because if something else is path, then no, you can use the bomb bag and beat Kindodongo. So it doesn't make sense. It can't be. It has to be the bomb bag. That one's solved.
Let's
We're
see.
missing
What are we? We're missing
one check.
Volvagia path hint. Getting the Wolfos Grotto. Have we seen this yet?
The wolf,
think
yeah,
we
we
have.
have. Yeah, a couple of times. Sean doesn't have the bomb bag yet, but being with the Kokiri area being as far away as it is, and him about to get Zelda's Lullaby, there's no way he saves comes anything here. So he's probably going to get the bomb bag and not regret using those shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, Logic is also walking the whole way through Hyrule Field, which may or may not be faster. I don't know. I'd have to time it.
Yeah. Pushing ice might be a decent one, especially if it's just for the warp song.
I mean, we need a bottle.
Definitely need a bottle. But they got blue fire, didn't they?
And they did. Yeah. Yeah, we can enter a ice cavern. There is a song in there. It's not the most dense location, and
No, but I mean, with as barren as some of the dense locations have been, there's a good chance something's going to be there.
even in this seed, which is very, very low skull requirement, I really don't like going into ice cavern without my hook shots.
Oh, fair
So,
enough.
because there's 3 free Skulltulas, literally free, like right there, next to the path. So only those who have hookshot and blue fire would consider really going to ice cavern. Although that's my thing more than anything else. Hookshot is not really required. That's
Yeah.
upon us for Rodin's dose.
Is Chuckles the only one who has hookshot right now? I thought someone else already went in there and grabbed it, but I guess Chuckles is the only one who has it.
Apparently, I don't see it in anyone else's tracker.
Well, I mean, Brotender is gonna get it.
Sure, he just got upon us. He's about to find out what the paths
Yeah, Sean did
probably
get his
are.
bomb bag.
Yeah, and he's definitely not safe coming now.
Yeah. And there's the scale for hollow logic.
Which is still interesting. Ooh, we're losing everyone but Chuckles. Unless I am. Okay. Is this stutter just on my end? Or is it...
I think it's just on your end.
Okay, fair enough. Good to know. I think it's done. Otherwise, I'm going to commentate Chuckles only for the rest of the run.
That's okay, I can get the rest of them.
Lake Hylia is path to Volvagia. Lake Hylia is
Okay.
path to Volvagia. That's the last path.
There
I think we
go.
saw that earlier.
We might have.
I think so. What are we missing from Lake Hylia? We did child
here's a song for us. Got Bolero down in the composer's grave.
Okay, a bit. Well, it's still gonna get some use. It's my favorite song to get in the game.
It's useful, especially seeing how Hollow Logic hasn't gone to Death Mountain Crater yet. So
even with the song being completely or basically useless as child, I still consider it to be the best warp song because you do so much more of the game as adult than you do as child. And Bolero is just in the middle of everything. You can get very quickly to everywhere.
Yeah,
So I'm a big fan.
But yeah, the only time you ever really see DMC as child is when you're skull hunting, or if it's like the RSL seeds and you have to grab that skull to see that something's on it.
Or a certain Season 5 seed that I may or may not have commentated, in which hover boots were on the volcano crater and you needed to get Bolero, which was behind AD, so that you can plant the being and collect your hover boots, which are only obtainable with hover boots, which obviously
and beans and everything.
or beans. So it was AD for beans to get the hover boots in the most ironic place in the game. That's a thing that happened in the main tournament for Season 5. That's in a race that I may or may not have been commentating for. So, yay! To be fair, that was a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite races. It's probably my favorite race I've commentated.
That just sounds like a long one, though.
It wasn't so bad because we can see the hover boots, so we knew it was AD fairly early on.
I guess, yeah.
There was the thing is, we didn't get hookshot for a long time either, so we weren't able. I think Bolero was vanilla, and we couldn't get hookshot for the longest time. So yeah, it was a pretty long race, but a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I always say I'm a bit of a sadist, so I enjoy the ones where it's like, oh, now you find out that you have to run around and do 10 other things before you can get this game-winning item.
I like some chaos, but I try to keep it low-key. Like, this seed needs some spice, but overall it can't be everything is gross. Unless you go so overboard, like that one time, that it goes back up to being brilliant. So yeah, I like a couple of gross things, but for the most part, a fairly mundane seed is my kind of seed. Unless you do go the extra mile to make everything gross, then it's awesome again.
Oh yeah, definitely, Kinra. That Stone Forest is a little bit of an interesting choice, but hopefully it'll pay out for Brotender, you know.
Chuckles is almost out of explosives.
Yeah. Luckily, bombs are fairly easy to pick up.
I mean, without a sword, talk as child, with season 5 settings, so no random chest opening, really. That's one of the things that I've been paying a lot of attention this season, because some players are very good at managing the resources. Choco spends a lot of bombs to get the hints from Bigoron, which, it's probably worth it. It's a lot of info, but we'll see if he runs out of bombs. Maybe he'll buy some at the shop. He has 99 rupees.
Yeah.
Definitely can't afford them. Bro's going a bit out of his way to collect the Skulltula. Maybe he thinks there's no way Kakariko is this barren. There has to be something. So he's going for the skulls.
Yeah. Those last 2 skull checks will hopefully pay out for him, but
There's a key in the well, so he's gonna have to do the loop.
Iran City was hinted foolish.
Ooh, that explains quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is that the hints next to Ginzura?
I think so. That's what I'm just reading out of chat.
I mean, out of the... Oh, that's another strength in Kokiri Forest. That's hookshot locked,
that was
so maybe
Castle 2 hint.
That's hookshot locked, so maybe that's the path for Tunroba. Castle 2 hint. Okay. Bro, once again, still pushing Skulltula.
Yeah. He's definitely getting up there, and Skulltula's able to...
Too soon. That 200 rupee is supposed to be the final reward. I mean, yeah, we just got strength 2 in unhinted Stone Forest. Possibly being our way of the hero from the DMC hookshot.
Yeah.
That would require... Well, no, as long as the other hookshot is hookshot locked, that's fine. So yeah, it's not super unlikely to be the case. Although there's still a lot of stuff that we need for access to Rova. So nothing is confirmed, not even close. The only thing we know for sure is that the bomb bag from Nido's house is the path to Gindodongo. And we're gonna see adult fishing from Rottinderdots, which is a new check.
Yeah, it is. Getting a few domain checks at the same time.
Does Rottinderdots have the hookshot, or did he plant the vein?
Yes, hook shot.
Oh, right, he did Forest Temple right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Magikarp is
Did Holo have to farm rupees to do the diving minigame?
Yeah, you had to farm rupees in order to do the minigame.
I see myself on stream and I don't like it.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Very clean flame storage from Chuckles. Ooh, very clutch hoverboards from Sean about to fall into the volcano for no reason.
Tinder is definitely fighting those fishes.
if I fail to catch the first fish, I say, you know what? Have your rod back. I'll be right back. Get out and come back in. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm using any kind of backup strats. They made the first fish extra easy for a reason. Fishing is
Yeah.
bullshit. Come on, bro, you can do it.
Although since it came out on Switch, I've been playing the vanilla game, and fishing is a pain.
I got the Highland Lodge for the first time ever.
There's the K sword.
That sounds like the path to me.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So K-Sword leads to probably Hammer and probably more in the good tree, since the good tree is path to Morpha.
The fight was definitely worth it. Him versus the fish, and he ended up winning.
And that's the hook shot for Sean.
Yep, Sean finally gets his hook shot, which is a good find.
Logic is the only one without the hook shot now.
Yeah.
We're still sub 1 hour. We have bombs. It's not the worst thing. It's fine place to be, and the way is deciding not to show up from rotting the dose, even though he will definitely show up once he starts climbing, so he had to change positions, make sure to kill him. It's kill or be killed with that way. There's no...
And Bloopy on top of the lab.
I mean, sure, Logic will eventually be forced to go crater. I agree, but Child Link is not close to the crater right now, so I expect at least 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes until Logic gets the hookshot. So it's not just a bit behind; it's quite a lot behind. Obviously, he's doing some checks in the meantime. It's not like he's just losing time. The hookshot is so powerful; it saves so much time everywhere. It gives you so many checks. It's nice for traveling. It's nice so that you can full clear places at once. It's an incentive to stay adult who's faster generally doing everything.
Yeah.
So not having the hookshot is a big deal.
Also,
even though he will get it eventually,
if something turns out to be on 20 skulls, it's going to be extremely helpful for that.
That too, even though this is a very low skull seed, it's good for skulls. Yeah. It means we don't have to dump our blue fire to get some bugs.
Team by a shield definitely did come in, so...
And a refill for Sean's rupees.
Luckily, he didn't go to the Skulltula house before he bought the shield.
True. Although to be fair,
it's always sad to get a big rupee and then go and make a big purchase afterwards.
Yeah. Whenever I do random settings, like shop sanity, stuff like that, I just bit the bullet. I now have the auto-fill your wallet whenever you get a new one, because the order in which you get rupees and then wallets, or wallets and then rupees, matters way too much in those runs. You lose so much time to grinding depending on how much money you need.
That is the worst part about shop sanity, is, that and scrub sanity.
I think the worst part of shop sanity is actually the fact that so much stuff is sphere 0 or 1 that every seed starts looking the same, to be honest. It's one of those settings that sounds a lot of fun. It feels like it's more random, but in actuality, it's much less random, because there's so many more checks that are consistently available that you will get a lot of items every time. So you will do most of the puzzles the same way every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound intuitive, maybe, but it's that's how it feels, at least for me. Are you? Do you like to try out weird settings like the? Did you check out the key sanity stuff? The not the key sanity, the key ring setting.
I don't know that one off the top of my head.
You get small keys instead of getting one at a time. You get the entire set for a dungeon in a single check.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's one of those settings that sounds a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend people try it out once or twice. But I don't think it's as good for races as it might initially look, because you still go to the
Oh,
dungeon
and he got a
entrances.
frog.
Oh. Well, but he's right here, so he's not warping anywhere.
Yeah.
But why does he have the timer?
Because it was a vanilla location for a frog. Well,
Oh, you get the timer. True. That's true. That's so weird.
It's technically a French vanilla frog because it was on the tunic check.
Yeah, but still, if you get it from King Zora, you get the timer. That's
Yeah.
so rare. That's so weird. See, this is the kind of spice that I like. You get hookshot super early, you get bomb back super early, but then you get a timer randomly screwing you over.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just play like Serenade and get rid of the timer immediately. But whatever.
Yeah, that might be what he ends up doing, is rushing ice and then safe quitting.
Sure.
Probably going to do a couple outside checks, because 3 minutes is a long time, so...
But if you play Serenade, you get 0 and the item reverts and you get back right to exactly the same point that you were. Isn't that faster than save and quit? I guess depends on whether it's PC or console, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
I would have gone with Serenade. Maybe that's the right play, maybe it's the wrong play, but that's what I would have done.
Oh, there's Din's Fire.
French vanilla-ish?
French vanilla-ish, yeah. Because that's
it's
Nehru's,
spelled
isn't it?
from a fairy. I'll call it French vanilla. Okay?
Fountain does have a few things in it, which... looks like a bloopy on the iceberg, and I can't ever get those peaks. I don't know how the racers do it.
I mean, they have a bigger screen, and
oh, they do have a bigger screen. That is true, but
I tried changing like the quality settings for Bro and making it full screen, but I didn't get on time. He already saw it or gave up by the time I did, so I have no idea what's in the bottom of the icy waters.
Ferrer's Win is on 50 skulls, so it can't be at the bottom.
Yep. And we saw the other 2 spells, so it's not a spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, happy 1 hour.
Happy 1 hour. Chaco's about to get the Kokiri sword.
Let's shout out our racers. We've got Brotinder, Sean, Chuckles, HoloLogic. Go ahead and give them a follow. Let's go ahead and throw their info in the... There we go. Go ahead and check out and congratulate our trackers on doing a good job. You've got No Pen Name Girl, Milkweed, Waylon, Lava Plume, and I want to thank my co-commentator, Pansari. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for joining me. And how are you enjoying commentary?
It's different. I'm not used to talking this much. I'm not much of a talker in my normal life.
You're doing a lot of stuff behind the screens as well, so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So.
it's definitely an experience I recommend everyone has at least once.
Oh yeah.
If you think it might be fun, it will definitely be fun. If you think it sounds like hell, it's probably hell. But if you think it might be fun, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys ever want to, volunteer, there's I think we have a link in
There's
the.
a Discord.
Yeah, you can go to the Discord. There's links on the Discord. I believe we have a link in here for if anybody knows the command for the volunteer link. I can't remember what that is. There we go. Yeah, there's the Discord.
I'm not sure the volunteer command is active right now.
It may not be.
I mean, you're commenting for the first time. We got a semi-sizable influx of newcomers very recently, so I'm not sure how many volunteers we're looking for. But
Yeah.
if you go to the Discord, you find all the info. Be on the lookout, and if you really want to be here, we're gonna find something for you to do. Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
So.
And there's HoloLogic's hookshot.
Did we find a slingshot somewhere? I see it in chat.
Yeah, I guess slingshot was an ice.
Probably.
Missed that. We were talking about other stuff.
We technically need that for Dego Tree, but realistically, that's.
It opens up what, the one check in the Lost Woods.
Yeah.
I think that's all that it officially opens.
Yeah, we have choose, so we don't really need it for child spirit.
Yeah. It is logically required for Deku. That is true. But no, I've never seen one of these races where someone did the logical side of Deku without needing skulls.
To be fair, I've never seen one of these racers to child Dodongo's cavern, so I'm up for anything. True. I mean, there's a lot of firsts.
Yeah, we'll see if somebody decides to do Deku full through, but
yeah, the B1F is long and slow and terrible. Honestly, I think Deku Tree is underhated. I think Deku Tree gets a much better rap than it deserves because no one does B1F. If B1F was mandatory, I think it competes with Forest Temple as the worst dungeon in the game.
Oh yeah, that skip that you do there at the bottom of Deku is definitely time saver, and it's definitely useful.
And dread saver. It also saves you from some dread.
That back part of the bottom level of Deku is just not fun at all. Nocturne and Ice, there we go.
Well, we know that Shadow Temple, Stone Shadow finds a way, so that's definitely path. We definitely need to do
OoT hint again.
We definitely need to do Ice Cavern because we need that Nocturne, because somehow, some way, Shadow Temple Stone Shadow will find a way.
Well, and think about it, he got both Dins and Nocturne there behind Zora's domain. And
we're still missing some magic.
Yeah, we need magic, but once we get that, you got Shadow Temple open.
We have bombs, we have hookshot. We can't finish Shadow because we need bow or long shot for the final for Bongo Bongo, but still. We need a way to cross the final, the post-boat void. I don't know if it has a name. It sounds like the kind of obstacle that needs a name.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that Requiem is definitely behind Colossus or Spirit, so that means that that means that Epona is most likely the path to Twinrova.
Let's see what our stone dungeons are: Forest, Shadow, and Deku.
Or
Which
Shadow,
means
yeah.
that we have a hint for the OoT song?
OOT is Prelude.
Okay, well, damn.
So yeah, I'm thinking that Epona's is the path to Twinrova.
I mean, it's very likely.
Got a big chest here in
If
Deku. Irons.
if
Irons and Deku.
there are 3 songs behind Crossing right now, depending on whether one of them is Requiem.
Yeah.
So Eponas might be path for that. Assuming
Yeah,
Longshot is locked behind Crossing as well.
yeah, and Kirby is saying that I think
Logic doesn't have
technically
a
the
shield
Morpha,
yet.
I think yeah, Irons for Morpha, yeah, because Morpha I think was the hook shot. Could the Kikiri sword if it was
If Deku, depending on what's inside Deku,
well,
the
Deku
Kikiri
had
sword.
irons.
Right. Well, but that's not necessarily path.
Yeah, that's true.
It's likely, not necessarily.
Oh, there's a bow. Oh, where do
The
we see the
thing
other bow?
the thing with that is if there isn't a long shot, uh, if there is a long shot somewhere, then
Oh,
Eponas
both
is
bows
not
were in
path
Deku?
for crossing. For crossing.
There were 2 bows in Deku apparently.
Nice, very nice.
Deku's just filled with stuff. Holy cow. And you were saying that it's almost as boring as as Forest.
Oh, I mean it's a dungeon. Here in the
I
randomizer, it's
know.
super strong.
I know what
I,
you're
rem-
saying. I'm just screwing with you.
I remember the good old days when there wasn't a requirement to enter Deku. How every player, everywhere, all the time, started from Link's house and then took a turn to the right and went into Deku after collecting 40 rupees and buying a shield, maybe, to get every chest.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I'm so glad that's over. That close Deku is my favorite setting change ever.
Third bow on Goma would be ridiculous. Having all 3 bows in Deku, that would be...
I mean, if every bow is either bow locked or in Deku, the bow could be a path to Morpha.
Yeah. This is an interesting play by Logic going GGG. Oh yeah, Chuckles is going to have a good time in GGG when he gets over there.
I mean, you don't have the bow, so yeah, it's a bit interesting. But
Yeah,
with
without the
do
bow, it's...
have is the back room, which is 4 chests with the silvers.
Yeah.
Oh, Logic doesn't have silvers, does he? No, he does not.
Yeah,
So
so...
Sean is gonna get the backroom checks. Sean has half a heart. He says, "I don't need that heart."
Yeah, the top 2 runners are the only ones that have silvers so far. The bottom 2 haven't gotten them. And
I
having a
mean,
3rd bow down there was dead.
Stone Forest is looking very likely to be
Yeah,
required
Stone
because that's
Forest is making a lot more sense.
That's a strength upgrade right there. So it's very likely to be required at least for that, maybe more than that. Sean is here. Okay. Oh, it looked like he didn't have a shield, so it's logic that who doesn't have a shield.
Yeah, Logic doesn't have a shield. Sean has one. Sean is the bias shield.
I mean,
That's
I've
the
been a
only shield we've
supporter.
seen so far.
I've been a supporter of Team Neo via shield for the longest time, but Season 5 killed me. It just it doesn't make sense anymore. It's a
Oh
lost
yeah,
cause.
get your F's in chat for Sean. That's a. Those are usually tough deaths.
That was close. That was also very close. Sean playing at the edge.
Oh, he got it. There he goes.
And a health refill, right after he needed it.
Yep.
Just a small chest.
Yeah. Small chests.
And a key.
Mostly small chests all around. Yeah, the key will be useful. Do we see a peak in
That's the way.
the maze?
We went into the maze, definitely. Sean got the 2 keys from there, but I'm not sure if there was
If
a
they
peak.
saw
I
it,
wasn't paying
yeah.
attention. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
like
Stone Deku is definitely one that you should is calling out to people with that path hint.
that Lake Hylia path is definitely a clear indication that you should really do this dungeon. Even if you didn't already want to do this dungeon because of how dense Deku Tree is already.
Oh, Red Rupee on Shoot the Sun.
Well, that's something that doesn't require long shot. Just one less reason that we need a long shot. Although we do need it for Morpha. Eventually. Sean just lost the shield. Probably gonna get it back, but still.
Yeah.
You don't.
Luckily, that's an easy one to get back.
And
And
that's
Strength 3.
locked by Strength 2, so you definitely need to go to Forest Temple for Strength 2.
Yep.
Which means that Hookshot locks Roba definitely. Hookshot is
Oh, yeah.
path to Roba, even if it's not the hinted path to Roba.
It kind of seems like both of those were,
Depending on
you know,
whether the other
multiple
hookshot,
paths.
depending on whether the other hookshot is available without a hookshot.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it will be because the 2 paths in DMC were ones that require long shot.
Well, Roba doesn't necessarily require long shots.
No, it doesn't. But if Rova is the opponent path, then the
Long shot can't be
is
available.
long shot.
That's right.
So yeah, long shot can't be available no matter what, and so long shot has to be behind hook shot somewhere.
So either hookshot is the path or Epona is the path, in which case it's either HPA or hookshot is still path, even if it's not hinted.
Well, because yeah, there were the 2 paths in
Right.
DMC. Yeah, magic and lens will be an interesting one to find. Haven't found magic anywhere.
So logic is crossing. Maybe we're gonna find out if he can do anything, because he doesn't have strength 2, so he can only really get the song and whatever is in Colossus, because he also doesn't have magic to light the torches. So this is gonna be a risk that he's taking right now. He's
Yeah,
safe.
let's hope there's nothing in that chest.
Logic, pray for him. He has half a heart left, and there's a bunch of levers trying to take
Yeah,
his head.
he's been on half a heart quite a bit this race.
Yeah.
And still team never buy a shield, apparently.
I mean, at this point, I'll be disappointed if he eventually does buy a shield.
Yeah.
If you stick to it for 80 minutes, you just stick to it the whole way. You know Robot has to be beatable at some point. So you're
Eventually.
gonna get the shield eventually. Just a piece of heart and the fairy, which is, I guess, it's not even a health refill because the fairy refills your health anyway.
Yeah.
So better than rupees, I guess.
Yeah.
And the only other check that he can get in the entire desert is vanilla Requiem.
Yep, a
Okay,
vanilla
so it
Requiem.
was definitely worth. Really
Yeah.
nice play. Totally paid off.
French vanilla frog and a vanilla Requiem. There we go.
That looks like a bomb refill to me on top of the arch. Did you see it better?
I couldn't see it. We'll see if I can't grab it when Sean looks at it.
I think it was a bomb refill. Sounds are hard. Chuckles apparently didn't find anything in Washington.
Something Magnus says that it was a bomb.
Yeah, that's what I saw too.
So. Yeah, and it's not a compass. That when they have like compass seeds and whatnot, that's usually how I get confused. Is that a bomb or is that a compass up there?
Oof, I haven't played with compasses in a long time.
Yeah. I've been watching too many of the RSLs, so that's where that comes in.
Apparently, everyone's heading to the desert. It makes sense. I mean, eventually you have to go
Sean
there.
can definitely dip spirit.
Both Chuckles and Bertinellos are riding Epona towards the direction of the Gerudo area, so I'm expecting them to get to the desert very soon. Maybe we'll see HBA and see if Epona is for HBA or if it's for crossing. If HBA has nothing, I think it's confirmed that Epona is for crossing.
I'd assume that opponents for crossing.
And that's big info because we do need that long shot. And so long shot has to be locked behind crossing. So in Spirit, in the Gerudo area, in general, or or you need an item that you find somewhere here.
Yeah. Adult Spirit, we're getting a few new checks out of that, which will be nice.
Bro and Chuckles getting caught almost at the same time.
Yeah, they are pretty similar. Is that a big chest up there?
I missed it completely.
Run over the Gerudos with Epona.
Wait, what? I mean, that sounds like Epona deals damage. I know that much. And the Gerudos probably have 1 health because they die to anything.
Yeah.
But don't you get caught before you run them
I
over?
think you do. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, it sounds like something you should be able to do. They can't, in all reality, you wouldn't think that they could catch you on the back of Epona.
They have some peripheral vision. It's not as good behind them as it is
Well,
in front
I'm
of them,
talking
but...
just like in a realistic sense.
Oh, well. I mean, in a realistic sense, a horse riding at full speed behind you, you notice that.
Oh, it's Baronet. I was thinking Morpha for some reason.
I mean, we need those. Sean just got himself a set of light arrows.
To Morpha. That's right. Yeah, we got light arrows, which on why is my mind blanking? That was HBA, wasn't
it? HBA, Chuckles is in the process of getting
neither
HBA.
of them had done HBA. It was in Spirit.
Light arrows is in Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
In the mirror room.
I don't know why I was thinking HBA. I knew it was Spirit too, and I'm just like, nope, my mind went to HBA.
Double D.
And here's something.
And that's the long shot, so you definitely need Epona to get here, and that's path to Volvagia.
Path to Volv.
Which is the bow to be able to do horseback archery. So yeah, not doing HBA is a bad idea this season. Very bad idea. And it seems like it's a fairly isolated check for most of our runners.
Yeah.
Only Chuckles came here with both the... only Chuckles came here with the bow out of the runners that were here.
No, Bro Tinder has it.
Well, Broswell right now, yes. Bro doesn't have the... Oh, he does have the...
There's the lens.
Gauntlets. Oh, it's Chuckles is the one who doesn't have the silver gauntlets.
Yeah.
I knew someone. There was someone who still didn't have those. So yeah, so that means Bro is the one who has basically everything that we know what it is. He's missing the light arrows from Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
And he's missing the stuff that we just don't know where it is, so... That's interesting.
Yeah, he'll have Strength 3 in just a minute, and we're going to see if anything else is in here under Bowlock.
We haven't seen the Mirror Shield, we haven't seen the Boomerang, we haven't
Still
seen...
don't have magic.
We don't have magic. We look so close to ending, and yet we're so far away.
Oh, yeah.
So far away. All of these are like... I watch a lot of like Pokemon randomizers as well, and we call these Ultra Trolls because if you're missing a strength, well, there's 3 of them, you'll find one. But if you're missing Ruto's letter, there's only one Ruto's letter. You need to find that specific item somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
And we're missing 3 Ultra Troll items. The boomerang, Rudolph's letter, and the shield. At least magic, there's 2 of them. Maybe one doesn't lock the other, so maybe it's not an Ultra Troll as well. But it looks like a fairly huge casino ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, for some reason I was screwing up Baronade and Morpha. I was thinking that
another
two
big
were-
chest, another disappointment.
yeah,
Just
I
fire
was
arrows.
thinking that Baronade and Morpha were on the opposite spot, but yeah. So I'm guessing the Great Fairy in DMC has the path to Baronade. That was my fault. I kept screwing that up.
DMC is path to Rova and Baronade, right?
Yeah, I kept thinking that I always screw up Baronade and Morpha because I recognize them as kind of water-based enemies.
Right.
And so I mix the 2 of them up and I get those confused all the time. So yeah, it could be a hook path too.
I mean, it's definitely a hook path. Hook locks basically everything. It locks. Well, it doesn't lock the bow because you can get the bow with beans, and you have bombs and a silver scale in Sphere Zero. So that's not something that's locked by hookshot. But other than bombs and bombs, bow, and access to Deku Tree, everything else essentially is locked by hookshot. So if it's in Fire Temple, if it's in Spirit Temple, if it's in Stone Shadow, which finds a way, it's definitely, it fulfills the path. It's almost certainly Epona's for access to the Gerudo area, since Requiem is vanilla, so you can't cheat your way into the Gerudo area, and Longshot is in the Gerudo area, so you can only get there with Epona.
Yeah, and so neither hook locks each other, so that can't be path, can it?
Where was the Longshot? It was in HBA.
Yeah, the long shot was in the Gerudo area. Do you need hookshot for HBA?
You need Epona. Epona was where?
Epona, yes, but I'm talking like...
yeah, but where was Epona?
Epona was on DMC.
DMC. And where was Sarias? Because we got hovers from Sarias. If we don't have access to Sarias without hookshot, then we still need the hookshot. To get Sarias, to get hovers, to cross. It's to cross not into the deserts, into the crater area, because there's Bolero somewhere, right?
I guess
it's a bit of a mess.
I guess the path could still be like in behind Longshot in like Water Temple or something like that.
Bolero was Composer's Grave.
Bolero.
So you need CL for Bolero. You need hovers, Saria for for access directly to the to DMC crater.
Let's see what's on Morpha, if that continues our path or not. That wasn't very clean Morpha.
Bro, with a quarter of a heart, making use of that Zora tunic, barely surviving the clowns.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Are you
I'll
okay?
be back. I need to get some water.
Okay, whoa. That doesn't sound like thirst, but go ahead. So peaceful. The birds chirping. The Lake Hyliard reverse flushing. It's also great.
I don't talk this much, and so I tend to lose my voice when I talk way too much.
I mean, half water within reach. Particularly in the summer, man. I'm seriously missing the fun already.
Luckily, my kitchen's right next to where my desk is, so it's not that big of a travel.
I have two 2-liter bottles of water right within an arm's reach. So I'm ready for this. It's the summer. I hate
Yeah.
the heat. I despise this season,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's happy about it. So it makes me extra miserable.
Oh, there's Ruto's letter. That's Path
Oh, Bruce letter is
in DMC.
there.
The
DMC.
DMC fairy.
Oh, yeah. So that's the easier path. Okay. So we have the paths that we needed.
Yep.
Everything makes sense.
Yeah, ignore that hookshot discussion. It's definitely the Ruto's letter.
Yeah. Maybe the hookshot is still path,
It could
but
if the long shot locks the
it's easier if
boomerang.
we
Yes.
just assume. It's easier if we just assume that the letter is path, and it makes perfect sense. So just ignore it for your mental health.
It's all Path, exactly, Mel.
It's all path. It always has been. Sean's going back child. There's been a lot of age changing. I guess if you don't find what you're looking for, you kind of go everywhere. Has he not
Yeah.
done? Oh, he has done Deku, and he definitely
and
can't do Jabu. So
Fire was
Or-
hinted dead, wasn't it? So just running straight for the big key, and getting out of
Right.
there is the best bet.
yes,
I completely forgot about the Fire hinted dead.
I mean you get a pretty decent medallion out of it. So
Yeah, you get a medallion. That's always nice, but the rest
and
of it, yeah.
it's not like you can speed fire up unless you get ice arrows and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, it's only arguably sped up. Bomb strats are still faster. No!
Fire
No
BK
fire.
on highest Goron. That's just evil, and I love it.
I mean, isn't it standard at this point?
Yeah.
That's Chuckles has like you know how the shopping carts go left, so that you go into the aisles and try to get something from the shelves. That's maybe I read too many conspiracy theories, but that's like a popular theory
Yeah.
goes around. Chuckles goes to the right. There's something about him trying to swim in lava that he tries to lean a bit to the right so that he can get a little deep into the fire over and over and over again. That's I think at least the second time that he's almost gone. Well, he has fallen into the lava. He saved himself with the hoverboards earlier. He didn't save himself now. But it's becoming a pattern. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Doing this room with no magic, disgusting, gross.
Yeah. Heck, at this point, you're almost getting to a point where doing anything without magic's gross.
Did anyone check 20 skulls?
I don't think we've seen a 20 check. It looks like Bro Tinder has 20.
There was a wallet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not nothing.
It's helpful.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, it's helpful if, like, say you need to buy a tunic or something like that, or for some reason you need
I guess
your...
this is a very low health seed, so maybe it makes sense to buy the Goron Tunic. Bro, about to get the light arrows.
Focus path for spirit key logic. Yeah, it could have been either the hook or the Eponas on spirit.
Epona is required to access Spirit Temple, 100%. So even if Hookshot is bad, so is Epona. So
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it at that. It's Rutos for Jabu,
Yeah.
and it's Eponas for Spirit Temple. They may not be the hinted path, but they are a path, and within the hinted area, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. As Mel was saying, everything's path, so.
It's rare that Hookshot is not path to anything, right? So
Hookshot is
let's
path to everything.
let's give let's give Eponas the path. Can we do that for Eponas? Poor song, never gets any love. You can have this one, kiddo.
Yeah, with the right attitude, everything is path. That's true.
This reminds me actually of the first scene that I actually commented it on. Speaking of this being just fair commentary, because Epona was also really powerful in that scene. There was at least a few dungeons that were definitely locked behind Epona. I think also there was a few big items, at least one big item in HBA. So, it's kind of coming full circle.
Sometimes the path leads to pain. I like that one. Yeah,
The
Big
only
Poe is
path,
22s.
the only path that leads to pain goes through chickens.
Brotender picking up Gold Scale, which you had
Honestly,
iron, so
it's
not
ugly.
necessary.
Yeah,
Helpful, but not necessary. Sean picking up his irons.
oh, does he have the fairy
And
chuckles? Okay,
Chuckles, yeah,
it was calculated.
it was. He did pick up the fairy right at the beginning.
I'm not sure he picked it up intending to lose it here, but he
No.
did pick it in case, and that's the right play.
Yeah. When you don't have that many hearts and you don't have a red tunic, you're picking up fairies.
I don't think you can speed up that ledge grab Holologic with the sword. Holologic still without a shield. I like it. I like it. At this point, I want him to go the whole way without a shield, until he gets the
Until Mere
free
Shield gets found.
right.
It takes a very special person to do 5-heart fire.
Or a couple of fairies.
Or a couple of fairies, that is true. But even at that point, that becomes difficult.
Ooh, bro is living on the edge. Literally, he was
Yeah.
just a few pixels at most from getting hit by that axe.
Yeah, Goron Tunic would be amazing in fire, but haven't seen one naturally, and nobody's bothered going to try to buy one.
I mean, fire is hinted foolish, so if you really want your Goron
Yeah.
tunic, you leave fire for last.
But
And
there's the
that's
big
the
key,
key.
so that's
Not highest Goron, but a fairly high Goron.
that was a pretty decent dip into fire to get that. Goron Tunic on Volvagia, there you go. That's the evil I love.
I mean, it's possible. We have
It's very
a
possible.
wallet with 20 skulls, so Fire Temple is foolish, so the Fire Tunic usually couldn't be here. But since in order to beat Volvagia, the game expects you to already have the tunic, then maybe the tunic can be here. I don't think so. I think the foolish hints are placed before. Well, not before. The items are placed in a different order. The way the randomizer logic works is a bit iffy because of the order of operations. I don't think that's possible still, but it'd be funny.
It would be funny, and like I said, it would be evil is what it would end up being, because at that
Very
point you
much
really don't
evil.
need the fire tunic after you beat Volvagia.
Sean allowing Goma to reproduce just to kill her children right in front of her. So evil.
Yeah. I always found that fight a little bit on the, questionable side. Like, I know that Goma's supposed to be this evil being inside the, killing the Deku tree, but at the same time, like, it just seems like, she's just laying eggs and you're sitting there killing your children.
Does Chuckles? Did Chuckles count wrong or did he throw hole? But I can deal with throw hole, and I suck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, so Volvagia still has some health left, apparently.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, kids, Volvagia has 24 HP. You deal 2 HP with a regular hammer swing or a master sword swing, 2 HP with a bomb, 2 HP with a chew, and I think 4 HP with both Vigorum Sword and Ice Arrows. And you did 2 HP to Volvagia whenever you stun her, no matter how you do it. So you have to count to 24. That means 9 bombs plus a stun plus a jump slash with Master Sword, for example. 9 times 2 plus 2 plus 4. That's 24. There's many ways to do so. You can stun her 3 times and get 7 bombs. You can do a bunch of combinations.
Yeah.
My favorite is stun into jump slash with Vigorum Sword, into Ice Arrow while she's flying, into stun, into jump slash with Vigorum Sword. 24 exactly, and it uses 2 very much underused and underappreciated items, and it's fairly fast. It's comparable to the bomb struts. I always like the Ice Arrows. I wish they were more useful than they are. But whenever I get the chance to use those struts against Volvagia, that's my method, my method of choice.
Like, we're getting a child spirit dip, which will be new checks all around, so that'll be good.
I mean, we work very hard to get that Requiem. So I say we put it to use. It makes sense. Plus, the sunroom is faster / easier as child.
Mm-hmm.
So you climb if you can. Although I'm not sure how many keys we have available. It doesn't look like we have many. Sean has 0 right now. There is a big chest in the left room of child spirit, so
nice bomb 2 strat.
Second try and last try.
Yeah, that was the last chance at it. And a fairy.
That will see some use in Fire Temple?
Yeah.
So, seeing the strats in both this room and the previous room, I'm assuming Sean doesn't have the slingshot.
No, No, it doesn't have slingshot.
Holologic is finally gonna get his second strength.
Yeah, that'll be
And
a good one for him.
Sean went back to the start of the dungeon with the Wall Master or Floor Master, but he stood still right next to a flame keys that I'm not sure how he has nerfs us still.
Yeah, I don't deal with having a Deku shield and standing next to anything fire. Just on the off chance that a keys flies out at you and lights it on fire.
The question right now is, where the fuck is Magic?
Magic is
Seriously.
something that's going to really open up the seed.
I get Mirror Shield, I get Boomerang. Those are usually troll items. They take a while to find. They like to hide themselves because there's not many checks locked behind them. But Magic is very important.
Yeah.
Where is Magic?
Deep Forest does seem like a good shop for Magic. That is true.
It's 20 rupees in Icy Waters.
Oh, okay.
I did remember to up the quality and go full screen this time. But then again, Chuckles checked with the Iron Boots, so it really wasn't hard.
Yeah.
I'm still saying, Stone Shadow finds a way. Yeah, we're missing Magic, but we're also
Light
missing
arrow
two.
cutscene for Magic. That would be bad.
Oh, okay. What are the light shadow? That's fire and water. You know what? I checked that.
Yeah. I mean, it's very possible, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be Deep Forest.
I mean, you have to get big bows eventually. Has anyone checked those?
Pose. I think that was hinted. I'm trying to.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe I'm thinking of. Yeah, Pose was bomb shoes, so 20 pack of bomb shoes.
Okay. Oh, the 20 pack.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sunroom has the big key for drop up. So you definitely need to do this at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if you're able, with logic and everything, if you're able to do it as an adult, but
Within logic, no. Outside of logic,
well,
hell yeah.
with how it is, if you have to do it, like if yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking.
We
do
have
that a
both. We can do it. That's the one. Like I always say, I'm decent at the shooting minigames. That trick with the bow, that one, it's tough. I'm not at all consistent, but it is a fun trick to try.
Yeah.
The lighting, the three torches inside the sunblock room in Spirit Temple with the bow. And that's Ruto's letter for Road in the Dust. He went and collected his final definite path, maybe his redundant path, who knows, who cares.
I don't specifically remember adult shooting, but I could have been paying attention to someone else when. Oh, it was a heart piece. Okay.
Hey, bro, bought the tunic. I mean, he has 500 rupees.
Yeah. And there's a slingshot for Chuckles.
Yeah, not much to be found here in Ice, unless
Yeah,
Shadow
Ice doesn't have it.
Temple does find a way. If Shadow Temple does find a way, then Ice Cavern is much more important. Otherwise, not so much. I don't know why, but today I'm really paying attention to the random sounds in the game. The From the birds chirping during the Lake Hylia filling itself cutscene to now
Yeah.
the silver rupee collecting jingle. It's really satisfying.
I always liked the Silver Rupee collecting jingle. That was always really nice.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things that you kind of forget about. It's in the
Mhm.
background, so you've listened to it a million times, so you don't really pay attention to it. It's really
Yeah.
satisfying.
Picking up his light arrows, logic is.
There's a small key in the cracked wall in Water Temple. I don't remember how many small keys we found, but we have everything we need to full clear Water Temple.
Yeah, well,
If we need to, sorry.
no, you're good.
And that's a quick boss key. So will Sean explore more of Water Temple? There's really nothing in here. And he's going to lower the water level. So yeah, Sean is still looking for stuff. It makes sense.
Yeah, water wasn't hinted foolish or anything. You might as well do checks.
I
I don't
mean, there's
think there
only
was
there's
much
only
in there, but
there's only 4 checks in Water Temple, and most of them, because of key logic, are really deep into the temple. So the river loop and the bosky room and Morpha itself. So it's not the best way, the best place to find to look for items. But he didn't do HBA, and he did most of the Gerudo area, so it makes sense why he's not going for HBA, even though it most definitely is the right play this time.
no, it's definitely the right play.
There's no way to know that from Sean's perspective, though. And it makes sense
Yeah.
not going there, given how far away it is. I hate those clams too. I feel your pain, Sean.
It took me forever to figure out how to deal with the clams when I first played Ocarina. I had a lot
I
of hearts by the time I reached here, and I think I died like 3 times trying to deal with the clams.
I learned to quick spin reliably just to deal with those enemies. Seriously, there's a before and an after in your life playing this game. Once you know how to quick spin every time reliably, and you can deal with the clams in one button press, it's so glorious. I'm not sure if Chuckles checked the bow-logged chest, but otherwise there's really nothing in Water Temple. But I'm talking from a theoretical standpoint. See, that's a small chest. There's 3 chests left, and because of key logic in Water Temple, it's very likely that at least 2 of them are Dark Link, the River chest, and Morpha. So it's really not a good. It's probably the worst location in terms of density in the game. Maybe like Child Gerudo, given how far away it is the Gerudo Valley Loop.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely a bad place. If you're checking Water Temple, you're kind of desperate, and that's another small chest.
And until we find Mirror Shield, we can't see Light Arrow cutscene. So until that's found, it's going to be a while before we see the Light Arrow cutscene.
Laxis Water on Fire, is it
Or
not?
no, I guess that's my. Yeah, no, we need Boomerang, not Mirror Shield, for Light Arrow cutscene.
No, we can
Or no,
we can get Lax
where?
already.
What am I thinking? Yeah, I know. It's early. Leave me alone. I kept thinking the song after, or not the song, the the
Vanilla
song in
Prelude.
Burning Cack.
Oh, Burning Cup. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my fault.
Which is Son of Storms, which we know.
Yeah, but that's where my mind went when he's like, "Oh yeah, Light Arrow cutscene." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you need the first three, medallions." I'm like, "Nope, that's not right."
Other song.
It's been a long morning already.
It's been a hot morning already.
Is it warm where you are? It's quite cloudy
Very
where
much
I am. Looks like we're gonna have thunderstorms today, which will be nice. I like thunderstorms.
I hate the summer. I like thunderstorms too. I miss the winter already.
Well, and that's how I've always seen it. Is I prefer the cold, and my whole thing is, you can only take you can put on as many clothes as you need. You can only take off so much before you.
My brother, you finally someone who understands me. Right, I can't take off anything to deal with the heat better. But if you're cold,
Exactly.
you can put on a blanket. You can put on something. You can warm yourself very easily. Freezing, cold, cooling yourself down is much harder.
Oh yeah.
Much harder.
Just take your skin off. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm doing exercise and losing weight and all that, and like 30% of my motivation is deal better with the heat during the summer.
That.
At least 30%.
Yeah. Well, and that's me. So I have long hair, and I'm sitting there thinking, this summer I think I might just shave it all off just because of the heat.
Yeah, I'm getting a haircut soon as well. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
Just eat ice. That works too.
So, for example, Bro stunned Volvagia 3 times and bombed her 6 times, dealing 18 damage. No, he bombed Volvagia 7 times, dealing 20 damage. Plus a jump slash from Master Sword, that's 24 damage. There's many different strategies. If you use choose or not, usually you just chew Volvagia 9 times and ignore her where she's doing the whack-a-mole thing. And once you've dropped 9 chews on her, then you stun her and jump slash her to deal the 24. If you have Biggoron Sword, the math changes. You only take one less chew with or one less bomb, depending on your method. Some people just memorize the strats depending on what you have. I'm decent with like mental calculations, so I prefer to keep it to know that she has 24 health and I need to deal 24, and I know what each weapon deals. Choose are more precise, yes, because by stunning Volvagia, you increase the amount of time that she takes before she goes flying if you don't hit her while she's weakened. So you have much more leeway in order to get the kill. Whoa, bro, ignore that second bomb drop. Why? Pick it. Come on, man. I know you probably don't need it, but second bomb drop. You have 8 bombs left. I'm mad. I'm molding. Such a waste. No. Okay.
Got it.
Bro managed to miss both.
And then get them both before they disappeared.
Yeah. Honestly, after missing that second rupee, I might have been just spamming arrows just to get it over with to get the next try. But
yeah,
he saved it, so respect. Oh, he does have 2 rupees left, so maybe he didn't have the choice of missing the minigame.
No, he would have had to get the free play.
Yeah. Are we getting lags from bro? Does he have... Yeah, he already has the...
Yeah, so it looks
the
like we're getting light
shadow
arrow.
spirit medallions.
Yeah, that OOT prelude, that's a little bit annoying when it comes to being able to warp back to the temple. Oh, he's setting time of day for something. Or no, going to the ferry.
The ferry.
The ferry. The important one.
Yes.
You know, despite the fact that there's only one check out here, this is one of the most like hinted dead spots. I would think that this would be like hinted less, but and there's magic.
Like
magic,
I told you, it is
2 hours and 5 minutes in.
Nice. Honestly, really neat place to hide the magic.
It is. There's strength 3 for logic.
I know the runners will probably disagree and they'll think this is way too much bullshit, but I think this is the right amount of bullshit that Acid needs to have.
Oh man. So we're just looking for Boomerang and Mirror Shield as we have been for a while. I'm gonna say both are in Stone Shadow.
Oh, nice! Lax is
arrows.
definitely required. That's 4 out of 5. We're missing the winner heart piece, which we're probably not going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, Bongo is in logic. And looks like Brotender is doing the
I mean, you get Ice Arrows, you go Shadow Temple.
Yeah, you get Ice Arrows, you go Shadow.
Maybe the magic influences that decision too a little bit, but it's mostly because of the Ice Arrows. By the way, I don't think anyone has checked the vanilla boomerang chest, right? I don't think anyone has gone child and used that letter.
Yeah, nobody's gone into Jabu yet, so that's very possible.
It makes sense, but yeah, I mean that would probably be a bit too much bullshit even for me.
We've had plenty of vanilla this time around though.
I think Strength 3 locked magic is plenty chaos. So I'm happy with the synthesis. I'm gonna go around the street
Mirror and
having to look
Boomerang
behind
chess
my
and
back.
Rang on Twinrova. That would be funny.
Yeah, Chad likes to find the worst possible way to shuffle the rest of the items that we don't know about. By the way, happy 2 hours, everyone. It's
Oh yeah, we missed that.
we missed that quite a bit ago. Yeah.
I even mentioned because we found magic 2 hours and 5 minutes in. It didn't even click in my mind. Yeah,
Oh,
happy 2 hours.
yeah. We've had a bit of a bit of a lull for like 20 minutes right there, but in the past 20 minutes have been pretty action packed. Particularly
Strength,
since we found
Strength
some
2 was in
progression.
Forest, yeah.
Yeah, Stone Forest, yes.
Yep, a stone forest.
And Strength 3 was Strength 2 locked.
Yeah,
You have
so
to go Stone Forest before you go GTG. Or previous GTG.
while we're at it, let's, shout out our runners real quick.
Sure.
We've got Brotinder, Chuckles, Sean, and Holologic. Go ahead and give them a follow. And then our trackers. We've got Milkweed, Waylon, No Pen Name Girl, and Lava Plume. And I want to thank my co-commentator, Ponsari. It's been a blast for our first time.
Yeah. You've been doing great. Yeah. How are you enjoying? Of course, thank you for joining.
Yeah.
It was probably a long time coming. You've been doing stuff here. You've been a tracker in the past. You've been doing other stuff. So why jump into the commentary now?
I don't know. I applied for tracking and commentary at the same time. They just took a little longer on the commentary.
Right.
And so, but I thought, I might as well try. Yeah, I guess Rang was in the Gibdo chest, which is an interesting location for it, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big bottleneck in Strength 2 that leads to Strength 3, that leads to Magic, that leads to... Okay, that's a big chain. That's a big chain of items that you need to get specifically in that order with no other alternatives unless we find some other magic somewhere else. Ugh. We're missing Mirror, and I think that's it.
I think that's it, too. I think that's all we need for Go mode is Mirror.
I mean, I don't know what else could possibly be it. So, yep, that's what is not available as a place where Mirror could be? Just the rest of Spirit Temple?
Could be in Spirit. Bottom of the
Well,
well is possible if we.
no, it's not possible because you need to beat Spirit in order to access bottom of the
Oh,
well.
that's right. Yeah.
There's 2 songs that are locked behind Spirit, so actually there is quite a bit that's not an option.
Yeah, I know.
Did
I
we finish
wasn't even
Shadow
thinking
Temple?
about where Storms was.
Did we finish Shadow Temple?
No, he just went through the first part of Shadow, so it could be Deeper Shadow.
Honestly, Deeper Shadow sounds like the most likely place. Maybe Jabu.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Spirit being the last thing that we need to have full access to, that takes out a couple of songs, one of them being Storms, and we've checked most of the game, so there really isn't that many places in which Mirror Shield can actually be. The rest of Forest Temple is a guess that Sean is going with.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's a choice. I think doing all of Shadow and Jabu makes far more sense than trying to dip into the rest of the game anymore. Well, Shadow is a stone, but of course Stone Shadow finds a way, and it did by giving us the boomerang, like it always does. What is here in the bottom of the lake? Ah, just some money. I was thinking we already had the scale by the time we checked this. How did no one pick it up? That's why. So everyone
Yeah,
had
it was just some money.
Oh, bro hasn't been to the Zora's domain area at all. It seems.
Okay,
Hello,
so
Logic.
yeah, go ahead and place your bets on where you think the mirror shield will be. Rain chest is apparently the popular one.
I mean, there's really not that many places left.
No, there's not, but it's something to do. Somewhere fun. There's a good one.
I think we've seen all of GTG overall.
Yeah, I don't think there's much left in GTG.
There's
It
Haunted Wasteland.
could be in the Wasteland chest. That is
There's...
very true.
What else is there?
The manager. The manager would be a good one.
We've checked all the fairies, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Wait, did we check what was on top of Death Mountain? I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Maybe we haven't checked that one. My guess is we have. We just didn't
I would
notice.
think so. I don't know why they wouldn't, but
So there's Forest, there's Jabu, there's Shadow, and that's kind of it.
yeah. Well, we're getting a Jabu dip finally.
We already saw Child Spirit.
Yeah, Child Spirit.
This is the what is it? The Floor Master, Wall Master. The hands are one of
The
those enemies
hands, yeah.
where
I think
magic
Floor
makes.
Master is the one that comes down, and then Wall Master.
Is the one that splits into three.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
It's either that way or the complete opposite. So we have a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I like those odds.
Those are good odds.
Anyway, that's one of those rooms where magic makes
Floor
a
Master
big
splits,
difference.
Wall Master comes down. There we go. We got it wrong.
Those were bad odds, apparently.
And Dungeon Master is a D&D thing. Yes, that is very true.
And of course, by the way, seeing the way Hollow Logic is fighting these flame dancers, these flare dancers, of course, the very last item that we're ever going to get is Mirror Shield for the Team Nervia Shield representative Hollow Logic to be in as much pain as possible throughout the entire run. No Hylian shields anywhere, and of course the Mirror Shield is still to be found.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in 2D games the Wall Masters do come from walls. That makes sense.
ceilings are just, yeah. Betting's closed, so let's see where everything is. Let's see where it is. Once we find it, able to find a winner. I like Milkwoo's bet though.
If neither Sean nor Brodiner those find it in their respective dungeons, it's most definitely in Shadow. Although there's still
Yeah.
the haunted wasteland of it all. There's probably a few random checks that I'm forgetting somewhere. We already saw the lab in Lake Hylia, right?
I think someone already did it. Yeah, I can't remember what was on it, so I don't think it was that important, but I'm pretty sure it's been checked. Yeah, it was nothing.
And there we
There's
have it.
Fire Tunic.
Our Golden Tunic.
Great place for the Fire Tunic, eh?
Yeah. I don't know who's getting that one for Fire Temple.
I don't think anybody's going to get it for Fire Temple.
To be fair, Fire is barren.
Oh, here's
so,
a big one.
To be fair, Fire is foolish, so it's not like...
And a Slingshot.
There's still at least one more chance to get disappointed by a big chest in the last Slingshot.
Yeah.
Chaco's going all the way to the bosque, to the sun lock room in Child Spirit, which makes sense. You already know the hand has nothing, and it's faster to do that room as child. You don't have mirror shield, so you don't want to climb all the way up as adult.
Oh, what's this? And another magic.
Is that magic locked? Yeah, because no.
I don't think so. I think. Oh.
Yes, you need.
Oh yeah, ring.
Yeah, it's locked behind.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a very
I forgot that ring was in Shadow.
Train. Strength 2 into Strength 3 into Magic into Boomerang. In that order. Strength 2 Strength 1 and 2 in, was it Child Shooting minigame and Forest Temple?
Yeah, Child Shooting, Forest.
Then Strength 3 has to be in the Silver Rock room in GTG. Then that leads to Magic in the outside Ganon's Castle Ferry, which leads to the Boomerang inside of Shadow Temple in the.
Oh, they're saying that was Ring Chest, and so.
Oh, that was. Yeah. Oh, so then you don't need Strength 3 because you can get here with just.
All you needed for that check then was just bombs.
I mean, you need CL, you need a bottle.
Yeah.
There's a few things, but you can get them all. You can get the Gale as well.
Well, I was thinking because bombs you needed to get... Oh, no, you needed hammer. Never mind. I was thinking that the fairy was bomb locked, but no, that's hammer locked.
In any case, you don't need the magic from outside Ganon's Castle Ferry. Oh. Honestly, at this point, if that magic is not required, I'm rooting for the Phantom Ganon Mirror Shield. Because
that would be a nice one.
We had a very small amount of very concentrated chaos, and it was taken away from us right now. I want some extra spice. Very nice, Octo Rock. Giant on Rock.
Yep, Chuckles is gonna find his first magic in here.
Yep. Does Logic not have the info about Fire Temple being barren? He got the big key and he's still going.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he might be.
I
Yeah,
think
he's dipping out now.
I think he made the choice not to pursue Fire Temple further, but I don't think he knows it's foolish.
Yeah, FW is on 50 skulls.
Chuckles is one skull away from that sweet wallet. Which, given the
Big Goron
law,
sword.
where was in the basement in
In the basement of Forest.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Mirror Shield is in Phantom Ganon, whoever commits to Forest Temple the fastest and the most, whoever goes the whole way through the first time around, gets a huge advantage.
Yeah. Oh, Chuckles hasn't gone to Forest to get his other strength, has he?
I mean, it makes sense. If you have a chance not to go to Forest, you don't go to Forest. I get it.
And there's Chuckles' first magic. Yep, that was definitely a ring chest, so OGC not required. But helpful.
I mean, it's the stylish way to get your magic.
It definitely is. Still looking for that mirror shield. Brotender's deciding to try Child Spirit. Yes, ice was required for Nocturne. Yep, no shield on... Or no mirror shield on Phantom Ganon.
Logic still fighting Volvagia with no shield, so...
I like that blue fire tunic, Goron tunic.
Yeah, it looks good in Fire Temple.
Contrast to everything else, which is really nice.
Yeah. Not quite. He's gonna get around the fallen rocks. You can get hit from there, Holologic. You need to go up a couple of steps down. Yep.
Let's see.
So no mirror in Jabu, no mirror in Forest.
I can see Chuckles not going to Forest for a little while, which is unfortunate for him.
Is Brodinder those checking Haunted Wasteland as child? Is that what I'm seeing?
It's what it looks like, so... I mean, having that magic really helps with it, but... as long as you know the path.
I was talking about how Brodinder those got the magic the stylish way. I mean, It doesn't get any more stylish than this. Come on. Child Reverse Wasteland. You don't see it every day, folks. Enjoy it. I mean, it's the same thing as adults because you use visual cues instead of any kind of setup.
I need to learn the path through Wasteland. That is another one of my failings at doing this.
It's one of those things that once you learn, you never forget.
Yeah. Oh, nope. Small chest.
So it can be in the chess minigame, which I didn't make a bet for. I missed it completely. Otherwise, it's most
I don't think anybody bet that.
Yeah, Kirby Fan did, and no one won.
Yeah, I don't think anybody bet for
The last three
chess
were
game.
right, left. So.
Oh, nope, small chest.
Not chess game.
Yeah, that's most likely a shadow. Mirror shield.
I mean, it was always most likely a shadow, but it's fun to be reminded of what could have been.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of the bets is Len's game. That was my fault.
Okay,
I was looking for chess game.
Oh, well, I am out already. Oh, is the ultimate bronze noob about to win the bets? Oh, damn. This game is just unforgiving.
Yeah, that is definitely something that people are going to do. Is they're immediately going to get rank and decide, oh, it's got to be in Jabu, so then they have to double dip Shadow.
I mean, Jabu is progression, so it makes sense to prioritize that.
Yeah.
Particularly, it's quite early into Shadow. If it was like past the Falling Spikes room or something, then maybe you just finish Shadow just because it's not something you want to do twice. But yeah, under the circumstances in which we found the boomerang, it just makes sense to prioritize clearing Jabu.
Did Hollow Logic not get the bomb chew on Poe's hint, or is he just deciding to go with getting some more bomb chews?
I don't know. He also didn't have the info on Fire Temple being Polish. Maybe he's going never buy a shield, never read a hint. Cool. Ooga booga strategies.
Yeah.
The Giga Chat route. Okay. So he needs to hit 100 or 260s. There we go. And he hit 200s. Why was I even worried?
There's a long shot for Sean. And the hammer for Sean. That always surprised me when one game is stacked that much.
Yeah, that
Sean's reaction to it was brilliant.
Deserved. Totally deserved.
Yeah, Sean was mad.
He was looking all over for those things, and it turns out they were both there. Right. So easily available. Holologic about to get his magic as well. That's
Light arrow cutscene was ice arrows.
bro is wasting his time in Water Temple, and Holologic is about to get his magic. Does he have? I think if he goes Shadow and sticks to Shadow till the end, Holologic might actually be ahead.
Yeah, if he doesn't dip out a shadow after getting that boomerang. Yeah, Chuckles is going shadow, and so the same thing with Chuckles is if Chuckles doesn't dip out immediately after, but he still hasn't found. I guess he'll find light arrows when he runs through.
He does need strength too, though.
Oh, that's right. He's never gone. He's never gone into.
So he needs
forest.
He needs a lot for him to win the race. But for Holologic, it's definitely realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jabu is far out. It's pretty far out of the way. But okay, so never mind that. Holologic is going Water Temple. I don't think he can quite catch up an entire dungeon. I think bro has this in the bag. He's going Shadow already.
Yeah, going Shadow. Which at this point is the only place it could be.
Basically, I think it is. Although I thought it was before I remembered the chess minigame, so.
Yeah. I don't think we've skipped anything else, but I could be completely wrong.
I mean, we skipped Kukos, but that's hinted. We skipped Pigoron, but that's hinted.
Yeah.
We skipped Frogs 1 and 2, but we need Storms, which can't lock the Mirror Shield, so that's basically hinted. Was River hinted foolish? On top of that. Anyway, it's not. It's very likely that we are right, and Shadow is the only thing.
Yeah.
That could possibly have a Mirror Shield. And even if it's not, Shadow has far more checks than whatever isolated chest is out there. Ooh, bro lost
so
momentum.
many checks locked behind Storms, and
bro
Storms is useless.
Bro unequipped hovers, which lost him all his momentum, and then walked only a few steps with hovers prior to getting out of the ledge. So he walked very little, a very short amount forward, and fell into the void. Hoverboards can be finicky. I very much doubt that Brotender Dose ever leaves Shadow without fully clearing, unless he has the Mirror Shield in his hands. You don't triple dip Shadow Temple. You just don't.
No. Yeah, Chuckles did Veil Shadow, but that was only his first dip.
He didn't store any damage. Bro forgot to store a Jump Slash. So he dealt 0.5 damage, which is the Crouch Stab deals, I think, always like default Kokiri Sword damage until you set a value for it. Then it deals that damage. It mirrors the last sword attack damage value that you dealt. So it's programmed wrong. Instead of dealing always the same amount of value, like a regular slash deals from the from the Master Sword deals 2 damage, and the Jump Slash deals 4 damage. The Crouch Stab, I think, only deals 1 damage, unless...
The Crouch Stab doesn't have a value from my understanding, and so it just picks up the most recent attack.
I think it resets whenever you enter a new room.
Yeah, it resets after that. Oh, does it reset to 1? Okay.
To 1. And then once you hit with a sword or the hammer, then it mirrors that, or a sword, the hammer, or the Deku sticks. Then it changes the damage value and type to that value and type.
Yeah. Yes, OOT is a very well-coded game.
Which means that, for example, you can stab rocks and pulverize them. Because you can deal hammer damage to boulders. That kind of stuff.
And he gets hugged.
Did we full clear graveyard? Yes. We had Sun from the start, and we checked Dampé fairly early. And we spawned in Kakariko. Not quite inside Kakariko, but we might as well have.
Yeah.
Even with 6 hearts and double defense, bro is always low on health. How? The thing is, he's not dying. I think he died once, maybe? But he's always low on health. How does he do it? How does he manage to...
Very carefree.
Take damage. So much damage. All the time. No! See, he has 3 hearts right next to him.
And he's not grabbing them.
He has to wait for the bomb to explode, and he still won't grab the hearts.
Yeah, hugging. That is good point. He got hugged twice.
Honestly, after not picking up those hearts, did he get hugged on purpose? Am I going to start this conspiracy theory?
Well, I mean, if he's looking for like a death warp.
And we have our first finisher, Ikola.
Oh, Ikola finished at 241.04.
GG.
Yeah, definitely. GG, Ikola.
I mean, the man's killing it like always.
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers. If anyone's been watching, I don't know if he's been streaming, but no spoilers.
Oh, I guess he first placed yesterday, too.
Okay, you can spoil now. GG. We already found the mirror shield.
There's the mirror shield, so we're in go mode for Bro Tinder.
It's in the after wind room, behind wind room. I don't remember what it's called, because there's no Linux support in the tracker. Please, what is it called? Emo tracker. What it's called? Please, Linux support, please, and thank you.
I think it's. I have no idea. Yeah, not being after the boat, that's a nice spot for it in comparison.
And that's the big difference, honestly. Density in Shadow is pretty good until you get to the boat.
Yeah. That boat takes up so much time.
And even then, the rooms after are not particularly dense. They're not the worst. They're still better than the Water Temple.
Yeah, staying in Stone Shadow might have been... After finding that boomerang, if Ikola stayed in Stone Shadow, that might have been what did it for him.
Possibly. I mean, honestly, the last time that I commentated, Ikola did like an extra dungeon over the mostly optimal path, and he still got within 30 seconds of that racer. So maybe Ikola is just that good.
That's also very possible.
That's also very possible.
Going the depths of shadow takes a boatload of time. Very true, very true.
A boatload of time. I'm trying to like picture something in my
Hey, look,
head.
another
But
bomb bag.
I'm coming up blank. Oh, where?
Behind that sun chest in the room he just exited.
I think we already got that one. Yeah.
No, because it requires the mirror shield.
Oh. Other no. Okay. Who was here? Never mind. I must be thinking of something else.
Yeah, all the bomb bags after the first one were going to be bomb locked because of the path hint in Kakiri Forest.
It's good to get confirmation.
No, it's kind of an open race, so anybody is able to kind of join in on the race. And then before the race starts, we find a few people to restream. So it's not the same people every week, but
A lot of the same people do race every week, but
yeah, a lot of
the
them like
people,
racing every single week.
the people that we restream change week by week depending on who's available, who wants to do it, who has like clean audio or something. Like
Yeah.
we take a lot of stuff into account and pick them or let them pick themselves if we think that it'll make for a decent stream. I mean, if you're streaming from a potato, I'm sorry. I don't care how much you want it. It's not fun for viewers. So there's a
Yeah.
bit of like compromise that has to be made on both parts. Some people just don't want to be on stream, you know. But yeah, essentially every week we kind of choose a selection of like we try to change it up. So instead of like featuring the same people every week, we like to if someone new joins the race or something, we like to feature them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
Rush
there's
finished second, only less than 5 minutes behind Nicola.
good
So
job,
GG's.
Floosh. GG. That's another upper tier racer.
Yeah, definitely someone who, if people didn't know him prior to the season 5 tournament, they know him now.
Oh yeah.
He did some serious damage.
Yeah.
Missing that first boomerang throw is really costly on Barinade.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the bodies to spin the other way around because it makes it much faster for you to, much easier for you to actually hit Barinade. They're called bodies, right? The Medusa thingies are connected through electricity to Barinade.
Yeah.
And let's see if I remember this right because I learned it. I made an effort to learn this recently. Kotake is the ice witch, and Koume is the fire witch. Am I right, chat?
I have no idea, so that's one for Chad.
I think so. I looked it up like a few weeks back. I decided, you know what? I'm finally gonna. The mirror shield is after the wind room in
Yeah,
Shadow
it's in
Temple.
Shadow.
Sean put off HBA for so long because he went to GTG prior to having. I think I don't know if this is the case for Sean, but bows were inside of
Deku.
Deku Tree, and not everyone had bows when they went to the Gerudo area.
Yeah, the
And not
first couple
everyone
people
had,
who went there didn't have them.
and not everyone had strength 2 when they went into GTG, so they skipped strength 3 because of that. Brotinder does somehow saving it, but with Master Sword and having to grab the ledge, I think that's gonna be a two-face. Yeah,
Yep,
it's
that's a
gonna be a
2.
two-face. We haven't
That's a
seen this
time
in a
loss.
while. No, okay. Bro managing to find a way to get down to. He was gonna defeat Twin Roba with like 4 hearts. That's not bro style. Bro has to go down to the lowest of the low amounts of health. Nope. And the next one is gonna be Fire 2, I think.
Looks like
Yep.
Chuckles is going Shadow, so be a while before Chuckles gets that strength too.
And the next 2 should work for Bro. No. Still Fire. So we're in full on RNG phase, and Twin Roba is just messing with Brotinder Dogs. I know that many of you have been watching randomizers for a long time, but did you know that Twin Roba has random patterns? They don't happen very often because if you kill her in one cycle, which it's really easy to do if you don't fall off the ledge after you stun her, unlike what happened with Rotiner Dose here.
Mirror was in Shadow Temple after the wind hallways.
But yeah, prior to getting into OoT Random, I didn't know that Twin Roba had a non-RNG phase. Now it's all we ever see.
Yeah.
So thanks,
Yeah.
bro, for reminding us of RNG Roba.
Well, there's all 6 medallions for Bro, and so should be getting a quick trip back to back to Ganon's castle, so that getting the burning cat cutscene.
Right, because of the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't easily dodge it.
Yeah. Oh, Ryokane finishing in 3rd place with a time of 2:51.54.
GG.
Yeah, definitely GG.
That's like a 10-minute difference already with Ikola. He's a beast. He's just too
No,
good, man.
Ikola did such a great job. John picking up a slingshot inside of Ice Cavern.
And Brotinder Dose is probably going to finish sub 3. I think it's looking
Yeah,
that
it'll
way.
be tight though. He can do it, but it'll be a tight finish.
I love how, even if you and Ruto are both standing on the switch, unless you are holding on to Ruto, it doesn't count as having the weight of both of you on the switch.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Chuckles is probably going to end up full clearing Shadow, which is a smart move on their part. They don't know what we know, so.
He still needs that strength 2, so he eventually needs to go Forest Temple.
Yeah, if he had gone Forest instead of Shadow here, it would have been better off for him, but.
How long will it take him to do that? Probably not long after. Well, yeah, he'll probably do.
Yeah, he'll probably
Well,
finish this. He might do Spirit after this, though.
he can't. He needs strength 2. So,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, he'll
that's right. He
probably
needs
go
strength, so yeah, he's
immediately
probably
into
going into
Forest.
Forest.
Yeah, we're gonna see a Bongo Bongo fight. I'm fairly sure. I honestly don't keep the lens as much as I should. That the platform, the moving platform prior uh, to that room is can be a bit of a troll.
Aosuna, I think is how you pronounce that, finished 4th place with a time of 2:55.02. GG.
GG. Another sub 3.
Yeah.
I'd like to
What was it?
keep track of how many sub 3s we get.
Well, yeah, what was it? Season 4, I think, was, everything could be sub 4, and now season 5, the thing is everything can be sub 3.
Yeah. A lot of stuff changed.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's good. For the standards, that's really nice.
And the runners did get better as well. I mean,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
be honest.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things that changed was that chest size matches content.
Yeah.
And Brotender is having a bit of an issue with Ganon, but should be able to finish him up fairly quickly. There
Okay,
he
one
goes.
cycle. So yeah, that almost guarantees the sub 3.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't the cleanest one cycle, it still was a one cycle sub.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the mirror shield for Chuckles.
But he can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, he can't get anywhere with it. So he's going to run through and hope that Strength 2 is somewhere in here. But as we know, it's not.
Every check in the game that's mirror locked is also strength 2 locked. So
Yeah.
and we have our first Ganon fight. 2 minutes and some change in order to beat it and to defeat Ganon and beat the seed sub 3.
Yep.
I think that's plenty.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. A bit of trolling here at the end, but nothing
Going
too
back
bad.
for the Master Shield, or Master Sword, Master Shield. Oh, it's been a long day. 10 a.m. and it's already been a long day.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were talking about it being morning. It's gonna be a long day if you're starting that way.
Master Shield would be really nice, wouldn't it? That's gonna be in the next Breath of the Wild. There's gonna be a shield that you get that never breaks on you.
I mean, probably.
That was the most annoying thing about Breath of the Wild, is how quickly stuff broke. And there we go. We have our finisher. GG Brotender.
Officially
258.58.
5th place
Yep.
on Restream. Really good. GG's. And not just sub 3, but very stylish sub 3. I mean, he took the long chain to get that magic. He got the other magic as well, because of course he did. And I mean, it was on the path. And of course, who can forget that child reverse wasteland? That was brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Very well done. Hollow Logic. Looks like he's doing skulls. See if he can't get all of those. See if the secret's on the 20 skull, but as we know, it's not.
Yeah. We're gonna get to see a Bongo Bongo fight. That's exciting. Chuckles is definitely not getting out of Shadow Temple at this point. So, does Bongo Bongo have anything worth any value?
So it doesn't look like we're going to get Brotender in here, but we do have the other streams to, keep going. And it looks like we might be in just a second.
So Chuckles has to go to Forest Temple, get his Strength 2, finish Spirit with it, right? He doesn't need anything else, does he?
No, I think all he needs to do is get those strengths. Because I don't think he needs fire arrows.
No, he doesn't. No one does.
Yeah,
Once you
nobody
have
needs
these fire arrows are useless.
Engel finished 6th place with a time of 3:01:51. GG Engel.
Engel came into the season 5 tournament like some kind of underdog.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets that label anymore. He's been steamrolling so many people. GG's.
Yeah, definitely. And in 7th place, not even a minute later, we've got Jimbo.
Jimbo! Another face that I wasn't too familiar with not too long ago, but who's been doing very well in the last few races.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times in the last couple weeks.
Yep. GG's, man.
Oh, and
So
happy
also,
3 hours, everybody.
of course, happy 3 hours.
And there's Sean's magic. Finishing up Bongo Bongo. Down in Chuckles.
For some ammo. Cool.
And again, less than a minute after, we got Skull's Link with 30302.
So many people wanted to sub 3, but just barely.
Yeah, they just barely got out of the sub 3.
GG's.
Yeah, definitely. GG's. And Hollow Logic getting trolled by a Octorok.
So where's everyone going? Holologic is changing time of day?
Yeah.
Doing the chess minigame. Okay.
Yep.
That's that.
And looks like... Where's Chuckles going? Looks like it.
Chuckles is going into Ice Cavern,
Yeah, looks like it.
and Sean is
Sean...
going back adult, I presume.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on.
Even though he doesn't have the Jabu items, right? He does not have the boomerang, right? So he can't finish the child.
Yeah, Chuckles, I think, is just gonna go unfreeze King Zora.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, he'll get his frog.
Oh, Sean is also getting the chess minigame. Some visible confusion from Chuckles. I don't know if he didn't know this interaction, but he's doing what I said I do. Just warp somewhere, but not there. There you have the heat timer.
Yeah.
Chuckles?
Yeah, what is Chuckles doing?
He equipped the Goron tunic so that he doesn't have the heat timer.
Oh.
GG's more so for finishing 9th place. But that was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
GG.
So she's actually going to DMC, so apparently maybe he wanted to come here but forgot that messes up the timer. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but that was a weird sequence of events.
Yeah, it's probably a forest step now.
I mean,
it's time for forest on his part.
It's kind of last location at this point.
Yeah.
Wait, Jimbo, did you finish the trade quest? Jimbo, why? That's your sub 3. Gone right there. Come on, man.
Yep, that was all the time right there. Yeah, that is a fair point.
Yeah. Well, is it though? Isn't the 5 minutes that it takes to finish the trade quest enough incentive not to do it? Jimbo. Fair enough.
I mean, I would at the same time, suddenly you have that timer, you're like, oh, I gotta do something about this.
Yeah. I think we came up with a few solutions. Either warp away immediately to get back without the item, or get into the ice cavern and safe reset. Those two make sense. Whatever Chuckles did, That one less so. I mean, Jimbo, once you get the frog, you just immediately play a warp song, and then you get back to the place where you got the frog. Or you save inside the ice dungeon. But yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's not a situation that comes up fairly often. I might go so far as to potentially call it like a bug, because the way, well, is it like a conscious choice, a conscious decision? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's
I'm
probably
not
to
sure.
try to get the game as vanilla as possible, so that if you do get the frog in the correct place, I don't know if it's intended or if it's just good enough.
Yeah, Chuckles could be the next one in go mode. He's on the right path now, so I mean, he still has to go. Actually, no, he doesn't even have to get
No,
Strength
he,
3.
he, he needs to do spirit. He needs
Yeah,
to
it's
do the
just
sunblock room, which is probably the last room that he'll do, even if he does go, unless he goes child. But
yeah. He might finish Forest just in case the light arrows are in Forest, but
I think you just go for the Ganondorf hint, which obviously he won't need because he'll grab light arrows along the way from during Spirit Temple. But yeah, finishing on the backside of Forest Temple for the on the off chance that you might get light arrows, that doesn't sound like a good idea or a good time
yeah,
or a healthy decision.
that is
You
true.
have to think of your own sanity.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was really behind Strength 3 was that magic, and for some people it was the first magic. That was the only magic you found? Yeah, there was one in the boomerang chest in Jabu. Fair enough. Yeah, if you did Jabu last, you just go running straight through it.
Yeah, that makes sense. There was a few big chests in Jabu, but
Yeah.
you may not have even seen them, so you can leave the rooms before they spawn. Free.
Jabu had 3 big chests, but there wasn't much to them other than that magic if you didn't get the Strength 3. Hollow Logic looks like he's going to get his
And Chuckles
Mirror Shield real soon.
is getting his strength
Yep,
2 right now.
there's Strength 2, so that's go mode
And
for Chuckles.
did he cross the door?
Or I guess not go
out
mode
of-
until he gets the light arrows, but pretty close because light arrows are on his way.
He's in glow mode, and the light
Yeah,
arrows
he's in
are
glow
yeah.
mode. Yeah, Sean looks like he's going to go through Shadow.
Like I said, the front half of Shadow has actually a pretty decent density of checks.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
the
reason to go through Shadow like he is.
it's the boat that kind of kills the temple density.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still looking for items, and there's no reason to believe that any other location is better to look for them than Shadow. So Jabu has very few checks. I get the decision to stay.
Oh yeah, it's a good decision.
In this case, we know for certain that it is the right decision. Yeah, in general, I think it makes total sense.
And there's light arrows for go mode. Next one coming into go mode should be Hollow Logic. Or yeah, I guess Sean will be in go mode real soon, but I think Hollow Logic will get there first.
I'm having some stuttering because my computer is kind of overheating.
Oh, hey, look, 2 finishers a second apart. Wow,
Whoa!
in Kaipi. Oh, yeah. There's
GG's.
a bit of a stutter on the...
11th and 12th. Very,
Yep.
very cool.
Yeah, 1 second difference. GG's, guys.
Oh, I think I missed Alexis. Pretend. So GG to Alexis.
Oh, did...
I missed Alexis, I think.
I think I did too. Yeah, that was the 310. Yeah, I missed that one also. But yeah, GG, Alexis. Yeah, it could have definitely been a millisecond between their times. That is very true.
We'll have to wait for the official time. Frame count. That Bigorn sword is helping somewhat.
Huh, the trackers on the bottom half seem to have gone out.
I do see the trackers for everyone.
Well, oh, they're just taking a little extra time to load. The scene on the Twitch side of things had to reload, so it's just taking a little bit of extra time.
Okay. That sounds delightful, Virgil Dante. Honestly.
And there's go mode for Hollow Logic, with Sean not that far behind. Yeah, the tracker's back. It just takes a second when the scenes crash for a minute.
Chuckles doesn't even check the big chest anymore, he's fully in go mode. Well, he does check this one because it's invisible, he doesn't know if it's a key. And he got a small key, and that's all he needs, so he's not even gonna check the hands. I never understood why there's no magic refills in almost the entirety of Spirit Temple. There's only magic in the first room in the entire temple, and then all the way here in the basically the last room.
Yeah.
And you need fire in a couple of places.
Yep, Sean is in go mode, so that's everyone in go mode. All 3 of them should be finishing fairly close to each other.
Sean still needs to do Jabu.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sean does need to do Jabu. I completely forgot about that.
So Sean is probably gonna fall a bit behind, but not that much because he has done quite a bit of Spirit Temple, if I remember correctly. still, the other two runners have already finished Jabu, and they are at the end of Spirit Temple. So
Yeah, they're right next to each other.
basically within
It could
30
be another
seconds, if
snipe.
that.
If yeah, definitely. If Chuckles, makes even the slightest mistake, Holologic will pull ahead.
I mean, the two fire checks are definitely intended to be child checks because they're along the way towards the silver gauntlets. So yeah, they're most definitely intended for child.
Mm-hmm.
Although they are obtainable for adults without any kind of glitches or obscure knowledge or anything like that. One of them is the other is a small key that you're supposed to need, but the map, at least, is easily obtainable as adults. I don't know. It's still that late into the game. You give the players ice arrows in GTG right before coming here. Maybe give them a chance to use them. Give them magic for their ammo. Ice arrows in general are a weird design choice. They're so they require such specific knowledge of the game for you to make any kind of use of them, and even then, it's not good because the rate of fire is terrible. I don't know.
And we have a 13th place finisher at 3 hours and 20 minutes and 39 seconds.
Kidams, Kidams? I've never seen this
Yeah,
name.
I don't know. Kidams or something like that.
Well, GG's. Welcome to the
Yeah.
family. If you're new.
Yeah.
Sorry otherwise.
Yeah, if we don't... Yeah, 3 robot fights all at the same time. That's an interesting one. Yeah, what was it on 1500? Wasn't that hammer?
The hammer or the long shot? I think it's a hammer.
Yeah, I think hammer was 1500. Yeah.
To everyone who complains about 1500 horseback archery, the only answer that I have is get good. It really isn't that difficult. You need to.
I need to practice it myself too. Like I said,
Yeah.
all those archery and slingshot games and whatnot, I suck at.
I remember it being difficult for me as a kid, but then you practice and you become okay at it.
I think it's the controller I use right now. All I have is a Xbox controller.
Settings. Yeah. Emulator settings can be a pain with that stuff.
Yeah.
I was using an Xbox 360 controller.
Xbox controller for OOTR, yes. That's exactly what I use.
Until like a month ago, I was using that, but it was like 10 years old. It was time to make a change. And I got myself a proper PC controller.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I can tell the difference. It's definitely a worthwhile purchase.
PS3 might be just as bad as an Xbox controller, so yeah, I understand that. Well, and that's all I ever have too.
Like 10 years ago, I told myself, I think I might buy a PS3, and I still haven't done it.
Now they have PS5s out.
As I haven't bought a Sony console since the PSP.
Me and my siblings, we only play Sony. Like, that's all that we play is PlayStation.
I play Nintendo plus PC. That's the master race. You get the best of every
No,
world.
definitely PC. But like when it comes to nobody's ever seen a PS5. That is true.
Yeah, it's like an expensive bad PC.
Because Xbox controllers work really well with PCs because they're both Microsoft. That's why I have an Xbox controller.
Sure, but I use Linux, so a proper PC controller works even better.
You're not wrong.
Because while Xbox controllers are designed to work with PC controllers are also designed to work with PC. So if I'm not gonna own an Xbox One or whatever, I buy myself a PC controller and I get something that definitely works without being reliant on using like a Microsoft own software to get support.
I have all the respect, though, for anybody who does this game on a keyboard. Like, that
Keyboard
is
strats
difficult.
are super cool.
No, they're so cool, but it's so difficult.
Overall, probably it is much more difficult, but I think it's actually easier in some places.
Yeah, I mean, once you get the hang of it,
There
I'm
are
sure a
there
lot
are
of it.
legit reasons to actually prefer keyboard to the controller.
Lefty finishing in 14th with a time of 3:25:01.
And we have two players who are just barely entering
Yep.
Ganon's castle. So will they get
Entering
to?
Ganon's castle about 10 seconds difference.
And it's very close to a sub 330. So
Oh, yeah.
will we get
This is
it?
gonna, yeah, this is gonna be a pusher. This is gonna push it.
Yeah, Linux definitely has a compatibility issue. But I use Linux for my work, so I kind of have to. But I do have a Windows partition that I use for gaming, so it's just that
Just get a
it's
virtual machine.
now I want it to be purposefully a pain to enter to boot up Windows so that I don't spend on my gaming partition as much time as I'd like to. Right? If I have to put in an effort to actually go into Windows to be able to game, then I game less, and that's good for me because I get more shit done.
Yeah, I don't know what Windows 11 is gonna end up becoming.
Oof. I do have. I hope. Uh, I still don't like Windows 10. So I'm not sure that I'm going to. And most people seem to think it's pretty good. I think it's way too invasive for my taste. So I don't know. But HoloLogic going for the just salt into just pepper strat. Apparently, Chuckles is going as well, putting some respect on these enemies.
Well, so we've got two finishing up, and one who's literally in go mode just got to finish up the last dungeon. I think because we've got a couple more races coming up in just a couple hours, honestly, I think that we're just going to finish this up. And because Sean's got the longer period, we're probably going to end up rating Sean. But go ahead and give a follow to all of our racers. They did such a great job.
And GG's to Machi for finishing
Oh,
sub
yeah.
330 in 15th place.
But yeah, definitely. So yeah, let's go ahead and GG's to everyone. Good job. It was such a great game to watch. But as we see the final little bit, we're gonna switch over to just go and raid Sean so that we can set up for some more races later today. Thank you very much, Ponsari, for joining me.
Thank you for joining us. Finally.
Yeah, and thank you to our trackers. Our trackers did such a great job today. But yeah, so
Hey, Xavi.
Oh yeah,
Finishing
there's another
16 points.
finish.
GG. Another
But
sub 330.
yeah, another sub 330, and these two should finish in a minute. So, well, it's been fun. Good job, everyone. Let's go ahead and give our followers and our trackers and everybody a follow. So, thank you very much.
Yep. It's been a lot of fun.